I can't remember how to do the thing.
Do what?
Yeah, exactly. This is important. I see purple.
Arm pants.
No, this isn't right. Yeah, there we go.
Hello and welcome to Loading Ready Live. It's December 10th, or the Canadian holiday of Thanksgiving, often referred to as Second Thanksgiving. It's where families get together around the Thanksgiving salami, which is traditionally decorated and then set on fire, and get thanks from each other. Like this. Hey, Corey.
Yeah?
I cleaned up all of the food that you left lying around in the lunchroom.
Oh, thanks.
See?
I haven't punched you recently.
Hey, thanks. Elsewhere in the month, the NHL tried to make Hockey Christmas a thing, but it felt too commercial. So instead, on December 16th, we observe Lacrossemas, a celebration of our official national sport, which we celebrate with a bonspiel, which is another word for drinking tournament, during which we play curling. And by play curling, I mean watch hockey. And of course, on December 30th, it's New Year's Steve. This year, we let Beej be Steve.
Thanks.
And?
I didn't take a dump on the hood of your car this year.
This year?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Great.
We realize that Canadian holidays may be confusing. Some of our southern neighbors celebrate New Year's Eve on a completely different day. So if you need something to be thankful for this Thanksgiving, remember, this is live, so something's gonna happen.
From near and far, young and old, people of every gender identity, welcome to Loading Ready Live. Coming up on the show, we remake Japanese commercials with stuff we found in the moon base. A city is really just a bunch of small towns, each of them full of terrible newspapers. We review small town papers. Your amazing questions require answers, and Heather, Kathleen, and Corey will do that for you on Askler. The internet has too many memes, and it's too hard to track. Fortunately, there's dank range. All that and more on Loading Ready Live, starting now.
Hello, and welcome to Loading Ready Live. And today we begin with something I'm very excited about, bootlegged Japanese commercials, or as we've been calling them, Sweded Japanese commercials. And for those who are unaware, there's a great movie by Michel Gondry, starring Jack Black and Mos Def, where the term Sweding came from, which is, very briefly, they accidentally erased all the VHS tapes in a rental store and had to remake them from scratch, and they were like, why is this version, what's wrong with this version of Star Wars? It's all weird. And they're like, oh, it's the one from Sweden. And today, we're going to be Sweding two Japanese television commercials. As an example, there's actually one that they did themselves, which we'll show you now to sort of give you the idea of what we mean. This is an ad for UFO Yakisoba, which will then be followed by their own Sweded version of their own ad campaign. So take a look at this, and then I'll tell you, we'll take it from there.
UFO. 新焼きそば UFO。
UFO。ハリーアップ Help me! クラウディアエクストリームトースドッカーンハッピーエンド
So like that. Basically, we made 2 teams, and I assigned them each a commercial to Swede, to bootleg, to remake, and then they did that. And so what we're going to do is show you the first team of Corey, Ian, and Paul, and their commercial, and then we're going to come back here live and show you their final result, the premiere of their final result. But first, a few minutes of them learning what they were up against and then working on it.
メルカリ族メルカリでハロウィングッズお得に買おうやーかわいいお待たせイケメンハロウィングッズもいっぱいこれ買っといたフリマアプリナンバーワンメルカリ
Yes.
Well done.
Okay. Well, we have one part of that
Thank
already
you for
figured
this
out.
gift, Graham.
I think we may be uniquely
Qualified.
yeah, for this particular one.
I mean, we don't have to. It's not necessarily shot for shot, but
I'm thinking we could easily do this shot for shot.
Yeah, this one's pretty basic.
the sort of general one, I think, is the only one that we may have to sort of cobble together.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we've got that Xeon thing in it where we've got like random military gears.
Yeah, and there's like we did have some like epaulets from
Yeah.
from like a bellhop outfit, I think.
Yeah.
For the dialogue, are we actually gonna try to do it phonetically? I guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Or should we just make up what we think they're saying?
I can do a rough translation too.
Yeah.
Sure. Hi, Totemo handsome man this. Well, I'll find something to deal with. Maybe kitchen knife.
Yeah, like I said, there's like an exacto over here, but if an actual exacto knife isn't.
I mean, I might need
flip
this.
the blade
Yeah,
around, but
I might need this to cut the circle hole out. Great. I have translated everything, and am now working on the initial shot thing. So I think. I was thinking of actually having like a longer piece like this, and then on top of another piece of cardboard, and with the hand actually pushing it, a hand coming in from out of shot and pushing up, as if they were pushing on a bad touchscreen. Yeah, the cardboard really adds to the shittiness of it.
You need like a towel? Yeah, we need like a white towel for you to wear.
The banana is missing.
That's bad. I bet you it's in the costume box.
This would be a real problem if we don't have the banana costume.
I see a lot of yellow fabric jammed in there.
Yeah, maybe.
That was stuff that was at Desert Bus.
oh, it is the banana.
Good. All cavemen belong to us. Perfect.
グッズもいっぱいこれ買っといたフリ
Close enough. I checked with Paul, it's not cheating if we use a tripod, especially if we use the janky tripod.
Checked with someone on our own team. Find out if it was okay to use the
He
tripod.
still runs the place, right?
There's 3 people in a shot and there's only 3 people on our team. But I'm fashionable and sporty.
This is not level, but that doesn't matter for this. I get the tape.
Down. Down. Down to here. Perfect.
Okay, that is so weird.
I super dig how much cardboard stuff you guys made.
I'm really proud of our practical effects on this one.
Yeah.
We took apart a very tiny box.
I tried to pick ones that weren't just like totally graphics, but yours definitely had some actual cutaways, which the other commercial didn't really. So, yeah.
I'm really happy that the iPhone has the depth of field it does, because you made us shoot these on our iPhones, not
Well, yeah.
the good cameras here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just our phones.
Yeah.
So, let's take another quick look at the original commercial for Team Corey, Ian, and Paul, which is for some sort of online shopping app, we think?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we'll take a look at that. Actually, yeah, let's just watch that now.
Number 1.
メルカリ族
メルカリでハロウィングッズお得に買おう。かわいい。お待たせ。イケメン。ハロウィングッズもいっぱい。これ買っといた。フリマアプリナンバーワンメルカリ。
Mail order costumes. You can now order mail order Halloween goods with your phone.
Ah, so cute.
Thanks for waiting.
What a beautiful man. Buy some Halloween goods. Here, I got this one for you. It's the #1 app.
So we basically nailed it.
Yeah. My favorite part of that, bar none, is the Ziploc bag in front of the camera.
That was a bag full of ponytails at one point.
Really?
We stole it from the kitchen table.
It's a nice bokeh effect there.
Yeah, for the soft focus.
As I said, we wanted to do as much as we could in camera,
Yeah.
in respect to the spirit of the
challenge.
Yeah, no kidding. I think that was fantastic.
And the soundtrack was quite well done
Right,
too.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Ian did a little bit of extra work there.
We've been having some trouble getting bleep bloops together.
Right, getting some like background music.
And then I thought again, in the spirit of the challenge, we can't really use pre-produced bleep bloop music, so I just went off and recorded a 4-track version of the soundtrack with my mouth.
I did not know that because, of course, I couldn't hear it here.
Right.
Oh wow,
I'll have to play that for you later.
that's impressive.
Vote 1.
I mean, I can tell you now that I know that the other team did use the original soundtrack, but I know, but
AKA big cheats.
cinematography though is really good. It's not actually a competition.
No.
Vote 1.
But there are 2 teams, so I guess you
Lines are
can
open.
lines
are
are open,
closed.
lines are closed. You could decide who did it better amongst yourselves. So I guess let's take a look at the behind the scenes of the other team, and then we'll come back and watch their effort.
Alright.
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで
倒れない
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア
すげえ
風カジもびっくりワンダーコア
今なら最大半額やった
ショップジャパン
I'm so excited.
Shit. All right,
We gotta go buy Wondercore.
Can we get them?
No.
okay. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Okay, you gotta be like level.
Yeah, well, I gotta be like half up because you have to
Face down, ass up.
That's the way we like to film.
because you have to be able to like lean back, but I have to move slightly too because I am the machine. Yeah.
Okay, this is a weird idea,
Yes.
and it doesn't quite work because there is a scene where 2 people have to be doing the Wondercore exercise.
Oh right.
So we're just gonna like put together like 2 things that look kind of like a Wondercore,
Right.
and then we'll just have to do a sit-up.
My thing. Yeah, it's fucking freezing up here.
And we could just sing the line in English, which I think is getting great abs while leaning backwards or while falling backwards. Wondercore.
Yeah.
We have a bench.
Oh yeah, we have this bench. This is even something that belongs to us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our Wondercore.
Okay.
If there's like a way to make something that looked like with the weird foam things, so it looks like the foam things are like behind us when we lean on them.
Ooh, let's use some pool noodles.
Oh yeah, perfect. Did we throw those away?
We know, we kept them.
Good, let's get a pool
let's,
color.
let's go cut up a pool noodle.
All right.
Here, what color? I mean pink, I think. Because it's got kind of pinky rollers.
Wrecking ball?
Does it? Oh, that could be our wrecking ball.
In a circle.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Yeah, because it'll hit somebody, but it'll also like spin around and look like a thing.
look like garbage.
Okay, then he kneels down and says it's Suge.
Suge! This is gonna be so bad. Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna put some tape on that too.
You have to take your shirt off and you have to look at how amazing your abs are. Do you want to wear the muscle shirt underneath?
Yes.
Okay.
What about a backpack? And we just tape those
Yeah,
to the backpack?
that's a great idea.
No, we need a bigger bag.
You know, I mean, we could just, like, leave them there and have it not travel with me.
Yeah, I think this will be fine. Actually, Beige,
Yeah.
do we have 2 more of these legs?
Yeah.
And we tape them to the back of this, and then we just brace them up like that. So basically, all of the Wondercore shots are Alex being like, ha! Right?
Yeah.
So he's not coming up from the full sit. So it's like, eh. And then
Well, what about just, like, a chair?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so
Is that all the orange now?
this is on screen for about a third of a second. Okay, ooh, Beige, can you get a light? But he and after he ducks, he looks at the camera, he's like, haha! And then there's a cut to a wide shot of the wrecking ball coming in.
Right.
So Alex.
Hi.
I'm so sorry.
I like how we went from being, I'm so cold, to now I'm just wearing a sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up?
Oh yeah, this is not ideal, but it's better.
Figured. It's just easier to carry it. Effective pose and stuff.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, man.
Well, we're here, so you're not quite in shot, Pete.
Sex.
Do you want to just sit on the floor?
There's a good
There we
boy.
go.
So
Good.
I know the other team went,
Wondercore.
that we used the original soundtrack, but here's the deal.
Uh-huh.
Our commercial was 30 seconds long.
It's true, which was twice the length of the other one.
And had a lot of different shots.
It did. Let's talk about it more, actually, after we see your final product.
Oh, that's a good
Because I'm excited
idea.
to see it. So, here is,
You're gonna have a good time.
once again, the original commercial for Wondercore, and then the sweeted version by Team Alex, Kathleen, and Beach. Or Steve, or whoever.
Steve.
ほらほらほらほら
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで
倒れない
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア
すげえ
風化時もびっくりワンダーコア
今なら最大半額やった
ショップジャパン
ほらほらほらほら
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで腹筋倒れるだけで
倒れない
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア
すげえ
風化時もびっくりワンダーコア
今なら最大半額やった
ショップジャパン
Yeah, there's a lot of shots there.
There's a lot going on.
But we tried very hard to match the angle of cinematography. I totally screwed up in the first foot shot of Alex tripping over the curb, and that annoyed me. But I was trying really hard to match all the angles and the light conditions, which is why we inexplicably moved indoors.
There was a small period of sunlight today in between torrential downpours that
Which
you were
was
able to get
perfect.
a couple choice exteriors.
Yeah, and I color corrected our footage to match the original commercial too, which has a very weird, like, sort of bluey green cast over it.
Wow.
Yep.
What was the most difficult setup?
Oh, man.
I didn't ask the other team this. I should have asked them what the most difficult part was.
I mean, there's a bunch of hard ones.
just making the Wondercore.
Yeah, actually, weirdly,
like it, yeah.
the one where I had to do the sit up on the bench in the shower.
I like
The way I secured myself, because I can't do those sit ups unless I like hook my legs around the table legs.
Right.
and I had to do that barefoot for that one, and so they like gouged my feet.
Oh no!
Because we had to do it in one. I was like, did we get it? Because like I've got lines in my feet now.
And everyone was so cold today because it was just really cold in the building, and then Alex spends like however long in a towel. Oh man!
So.
Hey, Beach, take your shirt off and put on his wrestling mask and run around the parking lot.
So how long did it take both teams? Like 3 hours?
3 hours. We actually had about 2.5 by the time we actually got the commercials and stuff. And basically, it took us. I had an hour to import all the footage and edit it and get it together.
Just with stuff we had at the moon base.
I think it turned out great.
I think that whole thing turned out to be a total success.
It's really good,
plan,
really funny.
We were planning to go to our house and then have Baxter jump on
Oh,
Alex.
be the dog.
Yeah. Except I was like, but then we have to get the Wondercore up to our apartment and have to have Baxter cooperate. I was like, we're not having time for this. But I think Beige and the Doge Mask was even better, actually.
It's good times.
I'm so glad we have that thing.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
This isn't weird at all, is it?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Wow, okay.
Nice.
I respect you, Beige.
Sweet kicks.
My
Nice
microphone fell off.
So yeah, there we go. There's bootleg Japanese commercials.
It's not a contest, but let us know whose team do you think did better.
There's already a straw poll for it.
Oh boy,
it's not a contest.
I hope
but who won?
it's a tie because. Man, the first team's one was really, really good.
They were both very strong.
More, I think, to the spirit of sweeting.
Yeah.
And ours is more like...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the fact that you had editing time, period. Like, ours was just put it all together.
We could not have done it
There was no color correction, there was no audio, no overlays, no music. So it's like, it's kind of a different deal.
Originally, we were going to re-record the theme ourselves. Like, we were going to redo all the sound. Like, we were going to re-record the theme ourselves because we did all of the actual like noises.
Real
in
quick,
the
Steve,
video.
I know you're not mic'd. What was the translation of the Wondercore jingle?
Oh, Kathleen looked it up.
It's like get great abs while you fall backwards, Wondercore.
Huh.
Yeah, like we were gonna sing the Japanese version. We were just gonna keep it Japanese and make all the noises and stuff, but we just did not have time to do that. So I was like, I have to time this out to the music anyhow. Let's just leave the original audio track in.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, I think there's a certain je ne sais Nihongo to the original one that we would have had a hard time reproducing.
Je ne sais nani.
That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, maybe we'll try that again. Maybe not with Japanese commercials. Maybe we'll do something else. But yeah, being like, here, recreate this.
No, I liked recreating
in a day.
it
really seemed like everyone involved was having a fun time.
I was sad, but also relieved that you didn't give us a book off commercial to do.
I thought about it, but I was like, how are we going to make 3 of these amazing costumes? It just doesn't. No, it doesn't work. So, anyway, so yeah, that was our first bit, and now an extended edition of Loading Ready Run Streams highlights.
So excited
because it's been
a long time.
We haven't done a Loading Ready Live episode since the one just before Halloween, I think.
Dag.
Right?
Well, we didn't do one in November because of Desert Bus, and then we didn't do one after Desert Bus because of illness.
Because everyone was dead.
So plenty of highlights.
Yeah. So, there's plenty of highlights. So check out this fine edition of Loading Ready Run Streams highlights, and then we'll be right back with something new.
You're listening to the sweet, sweet sounds of Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition on the 24-hour network of Cameron FM.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. James.
I'm going to use my tools that I brought.
Jesus! Give us a kiss! I can see your uvula! Alex! I know! Alex! I know! Alex! I know! Alex! I know! Oh no! I don't know how I messed that up.
I found some sticky paste in a shallow bowl in this cemetery after I was looking for a voice.
Wow, Alex was ready for this. We keep this so hard. This is just what Alex looks like most of the time.
The thing about playing Warhammer is that eventually, no matter what you do, you wind up highlighting an elven woman's shapely ass at some point.
Be good to each other!
Goodbye. Thanks, Happy Skull Friend.
All right.
Can I see the bottle, please?
All right. So let's start this off.
Corey downed it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, that's perfect. Thank you.
No, we ended up doing Carol of the Bells, a cappella style.
Oh, hey.
So more like Carol of the Bellows.
You know, there are lyrics for that.
Yeah, ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Jesus Christ! Like they got finished modeling. It's like there's something wrong. Let's just grab these two vertices and pull them out a little bit. There we go. Now this model is. Oh my god!
Why? 3 of them are great writers, great artists, and great.
What the fuck?
Are you? This was co-produced by Russian Maxim?
Before drugs, after drugs. Before drugs, after drugs. Straight A student, smokes 1 joint.
So, I think you've done it. Perfect.
My watch just informed me that now might be a good time to take a minute to breathe.
I feel like the term left and right could be
Yep.
Yeah.
not that useful.
I don't think we almost
Your
ever
port
eat
side.
So how about engine left and engine right?
Port and starboard.
No, I won't remember those.
I'm on the bow.
I'm on the stern.
I'm
on the combination bow and stern.
Let's go in this tree. Oh man, yeah, there's space in here. I could set up a hammock in here. This is a good tree. This is a good tree, Brent.
What's a good Hamilton? What's a short Hamilton song?
Oh, I know one. I'm Hamilton because I don't know any Hamilton.
It's the.
I sing a song and I become president.
He never becomes president.
Nope.
No, in fact, there's a song about the fact that he's never becomes president.
Oh.
He never will be.
Yeah, icy blue.
I don't like the icy blue. Go back.
Look, don't judge them.
Ooh. Those men are occupying the same space-time coordinates.
We built Beej's poop shack. Or, I mean, palace. Definitely a palace. Absolutely. Oh! What am I thinking? I'm 12.
So I say to her, Commander, I barely know her.
Oh. We've killed 832 people.
Yeah.
Yay!
No. We have loved them. To death.
It's not a contest.
The paper's on fire.
The paper's on fire.
Well,
And it's moving fast, too!
No.
Close the door.
It's a controlled situation.
Punch! Punch! Okay, this is now a melee only game.
Yeah, wait a second. Is there like?
There's no time limit. This game's never gonna end.
Oh no!
Oh no! I flew too close to the ground.
Ben, all my 5-year-old dreams have come true.
I know, right? You get to ride a doggo. Look at this sweet doggo.
Whoa! Okay, settle down.
I think they mentioned that as a.
I just want it to go straight.
I was going to maneuver, and then you just.
You literally can't maneuver. No, I don't mean that. I mean you literally can't maneuver on this shit. Wow. You know what? F it. I meant what I said, even though I didn't mean it.
I would be willing to let people smirch and/or besmirch my good name. Look, if you can besmirch something, you must be able to smirch it.
Or de-smirch. That's if your good name has been besmirched, then you have to go and de-smirch it.
Yeah, you have to go and it's like you gotta like wash it in a special bag.
I've really gotten into upsmirching recently.
Oh, I got the best response on my phone the other day because I said, "Hey Siri, delete all my emails." Oh shit.
Thank you, Siri.
Like a surgeon.
Like a surgeon. Stabby stab stab. Stabby stab.
What is this? How does the theme to Die Hard go?
Die hard, die hard, die hard.
This is actually really amazing.
It is I, Mech-Up Engineering, designed for one thing. Giving out really big hugs. And so I come to love you all with the biggest hug ever.
Killing the sheep. Killing sheep for their wool and their meat. Tastes so good. Tastes so sweet. I like sheep.
Look at all the cows standing in the field. Look at them bobbing their heads up and down. Here comes a goat, he's wandering through. There's another goat, now they're running away. Look at the cows standing in a field. Oh wait, the goat from the other verse is here now. Oh, the goat fell over in shock and all the cows froze.
Welcome to Matters of Import.
I don't know if I agree with this body position.
I think this is a fine choice.
I can't read the chat this way.
You should have turned the chat
I
sideways.
don't know how to turn the chat sideways.
Everyone type sideways.
I've got big plans, you guys.
Okay, that's a problem now.
Yep, you know what? We might be done with this.
Okay, can we just get real for a second here? Parking is something I have to worry about in real life. I don't fucking play Final Fantasy games to care about where a parking spot is going to be!
We have a parking spot at home now.
Like, especially with this one, because it's very purse-esque. It's like, you're not gonna fit all your shit in there.
No.
Sometimes you get a bike. How you putting your bike in your watermelon purse?
For those of you who aren't familiar, Dildo, Newfoundland is a small fishing community.
It's Dub Trio!
Okay, that was not my fault, okay?
Let's take a look now at the traffic. What's going on in traffic right now? Well, it's been an amazing time. I'm glad that we've had such a fun time doing a 24-hour stream. In traffic right now, it's snowy as balls out here.
To have checked what happened, unfortunately, none of our soldiers had not returned. The base is located on an island at the very top of the mountain. Your job is to see what happened there. Good luck!
We did not aggro anything.
Oh, interesting. I found an area where I'm dying forever. Is this about my survival? Rather than my avatar's survival? Is this like, can you survive this game? I didn't actually kill him, he's just one of those goats that gets surprised. It disappeared!
Yes. I have your table, sir.
Table for one! High five?
Yeah!
All right.
Wow, but you do have a butt crack. That is something I've never seen in this
Well,
game, because this is high def.
The high def really allows you to see your butt.
Yeah, the Prince Albert.
What?
Decoction module.
I've seen a little at the beginning of it. No, why all the... No.
I'll just stay here and unpack while you go out to the festival.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll unpack all by myself while you go to the festival. It's fine. There we go.
Whoa! Get it in there.
Oh, right in the mommy daddy button.
This is in slow motion too. The menu isn't... Ah!
Ah! Okay.
Holy shit, I'm alive.
Hello again. Welcome back.
Yay.
Oh, it's been a fun couple weeks on the streams. Let me tell you.
Couple weeks.
More than okay.
A few weeks.
More than just a few weeks. Yeah.
Some time.
The bit in there of Ben running Cameron FM.
Yes.
I actually had a little bit more fun than just trimming it, because he throws to traffic and then is like, man, I need some sort of like noise, and so I just took him making that noise and then looped it under the audio of him doing the traffic report. So it's just him going. Just really awkward.
Not even an actual helicopter.
No, just him making a word noise. So yeah. Hey.
We have some fun here at Loading Ready Run.
Tune into that.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tweet that we went live?
Well, I mean, you're all here, so hopefully something.
I think I tweeted about going live. Well, anyway, we're still here. So and now we're gonna go to your town. Well, hopefully not your town.
If we do go to your town, we apologize.
Yeah. This is something that actually that Kathleen and I used to do back when we worked for our respective university newspapers back in the day.
And then after we were done working.
And lived long distance.
Yeah.
Which was, there's a website called smalltownpapers.com.
Which is still inexplicably updated.
Yeah. And they have, well, some of them are pretty out of date, but they archive small town papers from across the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And we enjoyed looking at them from the perspective of dubious font choices and layouts, and just sort of, it's interesting, the kind of stuff that gets into the local papers.
I can probably tell you why some of them are out of date, is that there's a lot of closures recently. You'd be, having just gone through a list of newspapers within British Columbia, you'd be surprised how many of them have just turned into Facebook pages.
Well, that's what happened to the Chetwynd Echo, which is where I did one of my...
You worked at the Echo.
Yeah.
Like, you worked at basically one of these papers.
Yeah, I did. When I was in university, I did a journalism internship at the Chetwynd Echo. Because, I also interned at the Prince George Citizen, which is like an actual, medium-sized town newspaper. But my first journalism job was at the Echo, and I was doing, layout and just design stuff. I didn't actually do any reporting, but it was good for that.
What sort of stories did you do for the Echo?
Well, I didn't do any of the reporting.
The
Tweco?
Can I just say that the Echo is a really terrible, sub name for a newspaper?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
It's like, we do not do anything original.
No.
We just echo
bouncing
whatever
on
other
back.
people do.
Yeah, I mean, let's...
It's supposed to like the Chronicle or something.
Yeah.
The Bugle.
There's nothing to chronicle in Chetwynd.
The
It's a very
Chetwynd
small...
Reverb.
So
Chetwynd's in a valley. So the kind of things that it's all bleeds together. I remember spending a lot of time laying out the grad pages where, to fill space in the paper, they just would put a picture of every student who was graduating.
Oh, we got some space fillers coming up
Speaking of bleeds.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, there's no, if there had been a template for this in previous years, it did not exist. And for some reason, not all the pictures were the same size.
What?
I think retakes were a different size, so it took me, first because I would, measured all the pictures, and then, had to, figure out how to, lay them out best, and, this takes time because you're playing around, and, how much margin should you leave, and what size do you make the font, and then you're like, wow, they're not all fit, and I don't want to stretch them, but before I started there, they had no qualms about stretching their photographs to fit, and they didn't know how to use, they were still using,
Publisher?
they were using Quark Express.
I can respect that.
But it was a very old version. It was old even by my standards, and I was like, no, you can't, you can't just, I think it's Apple K was the command to just, fit. I was like, you can't do that. You have to fit it proportionally. That's why your pictures look bad. So anyhow, I think I helped that paper. But now it's gone out of business, and now it's a Facebook page, so I guess not.
I remember doing, when people would submit their ads to the Martlet.
And they're always the wrong aspect
first
ratios.
of all, the ad...
Oh, I did build some ads when I was at the
First of
Echo.
all, the ads that people would send, I'd be like, okay, if we're building an ad for you, can you please provide your logo? And they would send you, they'd be like, oh yeah, no, we have our logo, sure. And they'd send it as a Word document.
Oh,
God,
love
yes.
those.
Which was like...
They just copy and paste it into a Word document and send you the thing. It was like...
Well, that's
a
if they...
JPEG embedded in a Word document.
That's if they didn't say, let me just download it from my website.
So I had to, I frequently was identifying people's fonts and backwards, reverse engineering
their own logos.
Better logo out of. It was awful. So anyway, today, however, this is a mere example. This is the first paper, the DeWitt Era Enterprise.
Oh wow!
From
that was my
DeWitt,
favorite,
Arizona.
That was my favorite Enterprise from Star Trek.
The DeWitt Era Enterprise. Yeah, and you see that the Faith Baptist is holding a big buck banquet coming up.
Now, I've got to say that is a bold choice with the headline right there.
With the actual masthead font.
Yes, exactly.
The big Gothic.
The Gothic, but then they've got it etched out Like an embossing on that.
Yeah, there's an outline and there's a
drop shadow. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not going to miss that this is the DeWitt era Enterprise with.
I like how they're using the. Wait, go back to
Yeah, we're not important here. This is.
I like how they're using some of the fantastic built-in like dividing lines to go underneath that. It looks very nice.
Wait, is the guy with the antlers part of the masthead, or is he a
I
graphic to do with
No, I think he's to do with the Big Buck
He
Banquet.
may be the titular Big Buck.
The Faith Baptist Big Buck Banquet. But on the...
Also, I like how it's like the book plate F.
This,
on
by the
Faith
way,
Baptist.
this is the most recent edition of the DeWitt era Enterprise they have on Small Time Papers, and it is from January 2014. So some of the papers are more out of date than others. But the reason that I wanted to mention this paper is because if we go to the community pages, you can see that across from the New City Seal of DeWitt, a story about the new seal, is an ad for sale, blood sugar meters, and 6 strips with case plus accessories. Call this phone number.
Wow, that's just space filling right there.
It's not a classified.
That's an ad.
That is a
display ad.
That is a display ad for someone selling their blood sugar.
Very
meter.
locally, because they don't have the area code on that phone number either.
No, they do not.
So regarding New City Seal of DeWitt, which I think would classify as the lowest form of local news. It's okay. It's like something that's only so barely newsworthy, even for people who live in DeWitt. I worked at the print store when I've worked at the print stores this week, writing news like this.
So I have a couple questions here.
Yeah.
So we can see there's the picture up at the top there, right? In the upper left, and it's got a caption, right? The Beth Ann Shadows won second place for her flag design.
Yeah.
Is the entire article in that same size and weight of font for the New City Seal of DeWitt, or is that another caption?
That's a photo caption.
Yes, under this New City Seal of DeWitt, that is just an extended photo caption.
No!
That is not their body font.
Sorry, maybe you can't read this, but do you see the actual caption? In 2009, graphics constructor Randy Rowe Taylor, then mayor of DeWitt, Aubrey McGee, and PCUA Vice Chancellor Carolyn Turner began a project for students to create a new seal for DeWitt. Somehow the project got lost in the shuffle.
Why would you put that?
Current Mayor Ralph Rayleigh found the folder, and the contest winners have finally been selected.
So this is for a contest.
This is Corp Line level
5
idiocy.
years in the making. The winners received $100 and lunch with the mayor. The seals.
But a different mayor from when they actually started the project.
The seal features deer and duck hunting and agriculture, 3 key components of the DeWitt economy.
Oh.
So there you go.
Is that, by the way, is that Chicago on the Adopt-A-Pet? Under check out the dogs at our local animal shelter.
The font?
On page A2. Yeah.
No, it's not Chicago.
Oh.
So yeah, so that was just a mere example. If we take a look at, so I have the mastheads for each paper, even if it's not the thing that I wanted to talk about. But next we're going to jump over to the Basin Republican Rustler from Basin, Wyoming. I believe.
Bighorn County's longest running newspaper.
Yeah, and then if we go to...
I don't remember that character from Ayn Rand.
If we go to several pages into the Basin Republican Rustler, for some reason, these small-town papers always seem to be required to print the school lunch menu. So, this week, breakfast, cereal, Pop-Tarts, fruit. Lunch, Southwest beef burger. Tuesday, breakfast burrito, banana muffin bar, fruit. Lunch, ham and potato casserole, breadstick, vegetables, fruit.
Vegetables, an amorphous, unworthy blob.
Okay, Wednesday, breakfast, cereal, cinnamon sugar donut. Lunch, waffle, yogurt, egg, breakfast potato.
That's just second breakfast.
It says breakfast potato right on the lunch thing.
Now, to be fair, if I went to school here, I'd be super pumped because I do love breakfast.
Sorry, Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Lunch, mini corn dogs.
Yep.
Scooby snacks.
Yep.
And vegetables, fruit.
Yep.
Scooby snacks were dog biscuits, weren't they?
Corn dog food.
Yep.
Vegetable fruit.
I like how breakfast is like on Fridays also got Nutri-Grain bars. These are not healthy breakfasts.
No, they're not. So I guess they're.
My kid would be brown bagging it.
Do they have to put it in the newspaper out of shame, like so that parents know?
It's like, don't make your kid eat this.
Is there a sponsorship on that as well?
Yeah, the menu is brought to you courtesy of Security State Bank, Wyoming. Yeah. And then in the same paper, over on This Week in... Here, you want to hear about Bighorn County? You want to hear what's going on the police report?
Oh, God, yes.
All right, the following calls were received by the Basin Police Department last week, September 26th. A suspicious person on North 8th Street was reported. The Basin Police Department made contact with the person and asked them to leave the area. September 27th, a person reported that their vehicle had been keyed on Holdridge Avenue. It remains under investigation. September 28th.
Everyone with keys is a suspect. So
No, the September 28th one is actually like legitimate police work.
Yes, but I just like the wording of they reported their vehicle had been keyed. It remains under investigation.
Okay, we have no clue who keyed your car, man.
Okay, so just a sec. Bring it back to the room for a moment here. September 30th. 2 black dogs were reported to be at large on North 5th Street.
And they always assume that in the paper.
The resident who spoke to an officer is concerned that several dogs have been running loose and visiting her yard lately. Patrol of area is ongoing. Separate call. 2 black and white dogs were reported loose on North 6th Street. A concrete pad had just been poured, and the dogs at large ran through the wet concrete pad.
Yeah,
Patrol continues,
go dogs.
And roaming dogs will be collected.
Go dogs, live your best life.
There's some sort of Orzhov
I like how that
attack happening.
A dog walk through wet concrete is literally noteworthy enough to get in the paper.
Well, and be collected.
I also like on October 2nd, a sheriff's deputy called into dispatch to inform them there was no gas leak south of Burlington.
No news here.
Apparently, employees of Kinder Morgan were releasing pressure and purging gas lines.
Oh, Kinder Morgan.
I'm pretty sure we used that font at the anime festival we ran.
And then this doesn't happen here. I assume it's a requirement of the court. There's circuit court rulings.
Oh.
So like Benjamin K. Tano from Tuckahoe was speeding in the superintendent zone and it got found guilty for $115.
I like how all these people are from outside of town.
Rojas P. Rojas speeding in a 70 mile per hour zone, $93. DN M. Solberg from Lakeville, Minnesota, speeding in a 70 mile zone, $20. What?
Rojas P. Rojas?
That's what the name is.
That's an amazing name.
From Dallas, PA.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah, all these people are from out of town. These are tourists passing, or these are people just driving through who got popped by the cops.
Yeah. Now, something else that, just bring it back for a sec. Something else that typically shows up in these is down-home wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So if I could share some down-home wisdom from...
Please.
I'm so excited.
Lay it on us.
The Hansford County Reporter-Statesman.
You know, used to be there was the Reporter and the Statesman, and then they merged 30 or 40 years ago.
This is more recent. This is from October 6th. So this
wow.
is the... coming up soon, the Hanford County Spearman versus Highland Park at Lynx, and the Groover Greyhounds versus Shamrock. So look for that.
Come to the game.
Yeah, come to the game. that font. But over on the opinions page, news from headquarters. It's Odd Jobs by Stan Cobb.
Wow. That's a...
Look at that.
Every now and then I'll ask a guy what he does, and he'll say, Odd Jobs.
Okay, hold on. Can we just talk about the layout where it says in the italicized, like, who wrote this? Look at that. Look, there's no, this is a framed-in column that inexplicably butts into, makes the second, because there's, way too many columns on this page as it is.
Yeah. The padding between the box.
I was about to say.
That's flush.
Yeah, I know. No, stop that. Look at that. One, there's not enough. It's cutting into the second column for some reason. Wait, column 1, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns on this page. Let's just talk about layout for now.
Yes.
And now, the columns 1 and 2 are much wider than 3, 4, and 5.
Yep. Until you get the news from headquarters butting in, at which point it becomes a 4-column paper, evenly spaced.
Rah! This is the kind of stuff they were doing at the Chetwynd Echo, and I told them not to.
So,
I don't think they listened to
according
me
to
after
Stan
I left.
Cobb, we can bring it back now. Every now and then I'll ask a guy what he does, and he'll say odd jobs. In truth, they're common jobs. That someone else, there's double that, so bad editing. that someone else either doesn't know how to do or doesn't want to do. Most of my life, I've done more than one thing at a time. Some might say I did odd jobs, but they're pretty common. I think the best thing a person could do would be a common job as well. Now, that would be odd indeed. It's pretty neat to have your expectations exceeded. In fact, it could be downright shocking, even odd. Perhaps real success is in doing an odd job, like taking a common job and doing it to exceed the expected. That could mean doing it joyfully, with a smile, good and fast, or just cleaning up after the job is done, or saying thank you for the work. This week, when someone asks you what you do, say odd jobs. Then do it. Make odd jobs your specialty. Stan Cobb is the Director of Ethical Education at Texas A&M College of Dentistry. The Director of the Dallas Chapter of the Christian Medical and Dental Associations.
I don't want odd dentistry.
I tell you what,
I want dentistry to meet my expectations exactly.
I don't want the Director of Ethical Education being like, odd jobs are common jobs. Go do the common job, but do it oddly. And do the odd thing and do the common odd.
Do dentistry,
I
please.
don't want my dentist feeling like they don't need to, or they should normally have to clean up after their work, or thank me for their work. I'd like to thank you, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to drill holes in your mouth.
I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to be shitty about these papers on Loading Ready Live, Graham. Like, this is an odd. I actually say this is an odd job that I'm currently doing.
I was just actually something I noticed on that newspaper. If you're looking for some great coverage, some great unbiased coverage of the Spearman football, the Spearman team, whatever kind of team it is.
Yeah.
Note that the website for this newspaper is spearmanreporter.com.
Yeah. Even though it's the Reporter Statesman, it's the Spearman Reporter.
So I feel like they may not be a reliable source
No.
for Spearman-related news.
My favorite part, though, of this whole paper is this ad on one of the interior pages. It's a Happy Halloween sale from, I assume, a local grocery store.
Ooh, Apple Cabin.
Buy a chimney at regular price and get a 32-ounce tall sup for 60 cents. We made up words.
I don't think you can say those words. At least not in that county.
It's a, quote, chimmy, chimichang burrito.
Oh, beef or chicken.
Yeah.
Beef or chicken, chimichang, chimmy.
Buy a beef or chicken chimichang burrito and get a 32-ounce tall sup for only 60 cents.
I mean...
I just love regional names for stuff.
I'm guessing, is a tall sup a subset of an all sup?
Well, all
sups is the place, and so I think a tall sup is like an all sups branded Big Gulp.
No, but they say treat yourself to lots of great prices, but also please remember to move your Halloween mask for the safety of our customers and team members.
Like, the thing is, a chimichanga is a real thing. It's not a chimichanga burrito. It's a chimichanga. Yeah. It's its own thing.
Otherwise, I'd call it a burrito.
Yeah. You don't get to shorten that word like that.
Also, it's a chimichang. I don't think there's an A in there that they're covering.
Yeah. Maybe there is.
And you know, the Changs are very well known for their chungas.
I like how the combo baskets are steak fingers with gravy, catfish fillets with potato wedges, and chicken strips with potato wedges. So it's like, what meat would you like fried?
I mean, I would eat those. Yeah. I would probably steer clear of a chicken chimmy, though. I'd be curious of what I could probably get a Mr. Pibb and a tall sup. Anyway, Kathleen, I know that you're going to love the last one today.
Oh, I'm so excited.
This is the Morgan Messenger from
so gothic.
Berkeley Springs, West Virginia.
I've been through West Virginia. We drove through it. We went through a tiny tip.
And this is the front page, obviously. Challenging to read masthead with
94
the
cents.
Picture of apples behind it.
Yeah.
And those are the leading headlines in two different headline fonts. But further down on that page, in a third headline font, it's the 43rd Apple Butter Festival.
Why aren't we reading these for Corpline?
Kathleen, do you want to hear what's going on at the Apple Butter Festival?
I am rapt with anticipation at
So
the
at 9 a.m.
possibilities of the Apple Butter Festival.
At 9 a.m., it's the parade.
Get slathered up.
From the high school north through the square to the historic train station. This year's parade theme is Out of This World. At 10:30, the festival begins.
Is it space apple butter?
You can ride the trolley. There's apple butter making in the square. And there's a turtle race at the sheriff's office.
Huh.
The turtle race has been run annually since 1974.
The turtle race has been run
Still
continuously since 1974.
I feel like there's
We
not.
think they'll finish soon.
I feel like some traditions can be broken.
What about the Bellissima belly dancers at the courthouse?
I mean,
I don't know if they're there to perform or if they're being
if they're just
arranged.
adjacent.
Can I actually take an alternate reading of that?
Yeah.
I think it's meant to be bellissima.
Oh, that makes way more sense. Yeah, you're right.
I wish I wasn't.
Oh, but I am actually much more interested in seeing Mike Colnier and the Tonehounds.
Basically, so, okay.
Do they play in a tone I can't hear?
Further down on the same page in the Apple Butter Festival schedule there's also the Beard and Mustache Contest,
Oh,
which has also been judged annually since 1974, and then the Rubber Duck Race.
wow, this is a lot of fun.
I'm enjoying the picture of the king and queen.
Yeah, the queen
that's the
seems
home-
out of the king's league.
That's the homecoming king and queen.
Ouch.
You're probably quite correct.
Is he? Oh, he's holding an umbrella. I thought he was giving a thumbs up.
Wow, hog calling contest and egg toss. You can toss your eggs.
Now the
Eggs have been thrown since 1978. Why do they keep giving the dates that these things started? Is it so people remember that it's tradition?
Bring a partner. Guys, next Loading Ready Live, we need to have a partner-based egg tossing contest.
Actually, we should. That sounds awful.
Well,
4 years after the Beard and Mustache contest started, they started the egg tossing. I'm concerned about that.
We need more action.
I like that the hog calling contest specifically says that beginners are welcome. And it's been conducted since 1999.
Wow, that's
And then,
pretty
if
late.
you scrub out of hog calling later that day, it's the apple butter quilt drawing. I don't know if it's
I think
an
you
apple
probably
butter
win a quilt.
or... And if you miss this year, next year's is on October 7th and 8th. Okay. I got to ask about the turtle race. I don't have an answer to this, but like here at the Oak Bay Tea Party, which is an equally regional silly thing, we have the bathtub races, which is these weird little like one-seater boats with a very specific design that are referred to as bathtubs. They're not literal bathtubs. Is the turtle race literal turtles? Or are they racing a thing that they call a turtle?
A regional vehicle.
Yeah.
We may never know.
I'm going to take a step and say they're actual turtles, unless they're like.
It's actually been the same turtle since 1974.
What's the location again?
West Virginia.
Yeah.
So that is Civil War country, which means that might be actually using those tiny World or Civil War era submarines. Like I think wasn't that called the Turtle?
I doubt it. I very much doubt it.
Chet thinks they're literal turtles.
That makes the most sense. And Gene Mosier will be the voice of the Apple Butter Festival.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Dark voice,
I
like
hope
apple
so.
butter itself.
I hope so. But and finally, all is not well in the town of where was this? Berkeley Shores? Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. As you can see in this letter to the editor. Dear editor, give me one good reason why the traffic light is still working on Fairfax Street. Obviously, both sides of the street are closed for paving. Traffic continues to pile up all the way back to Food Lion. That light should be on a permanent yellow blinker. I have called the Morgan County Sheriff's Office and the state police, but no one will respond. Hopefully someone from the Morgan Messenger can put some sense into whoever is responsible. Wait until Apple Butter Festival traffic will back up to Winchester. Outrageous. Signed, Kenneth DeMatteo, Berkeley Springs.
Oh wait, but we got an answer from the town of Bath. The Bath Police Chief T.J.
Oh, no, we
Johnson.
did.
See story page 5.
I didn't pull that up.
Oh no. Hey, but also I'd like to point out, Graham.
Yes, the secret
Secret
landfill.
landfill.
Secret landfill for your garbage.
Quiet. No one can know about the secret landfill.
No one must know about the secret landfill.
Yeah, no, but like a large truck was spotted near the top of Cooper Mountain at 4 a.m. Someone called the sheriff. A landfill was discovered at the end of the small dirt road. The code enforcement officer found the landfill had a valid permit issued and had been operating for 8 months. Just nobody in Hampshire County knew about it.
Wow.
I don't think Corpline is as removed from reality as we'd like to think it
And
is.
then there's this clown pastor in the top left with a stick.
Well, he died unexpectedly of a heart attack in 1984. Or no, in 1993.
So there's
So
actually
let's not make fun of him.
there's actually so here's the story.
Okay.
I was able to check I was able to check the paper. Town says traffic light needed for pedestrian safety. Several local residents have inquired why the four-way traffic signal at the courthouse square has stayed on its usual cycle during recent street closures. There's some very specific descriptions of why this is a problem. Town Police Chief T.J. Johnson told the Morgan Messenger that he and Mayor Scott Murky have discussed the traffic light early in the roadwork process. Johnson said the pedestrian crosswalk lights do not work if the traffic light is set to blinking yellow. Buttons that activate the crosswalk won't work unless the lights are on the normal cycle. So if the traffic light doesn't turn red, people will try to walk across U.S. Highway 522 against traffic, and that would be dangerous. They don't want to take that chance with pedestrian safety. But fear not, butterers. During the Apple Butter Festival, town officials will determine if and when the traffic signal in the center of town has to be set to blinking to keep traffic moving. Officers will be on duty to direct pedestrians as usual during the 2-day festival. So the Apple
Butter Festival's 2 days?
I mean,
oh yeah.
Say what you will, but that was actually like some
small town drama.
There was some, and that was like some investigative journalism there. They called the people up and got some quotes and did their due diligence.
Oh yeah,
that was good stuff.
Yeah,
very proactive to get a story like that to print along with the
Apple
letter.
Butter Festival. Wow.
Well, if your town still has a highway running through it next to the courthouse, you have a small town.
Yes.
By the way, the gravel parking lot across from the courthouse will be closed during the festival.
If you have a gravel parking lot across from your courthouse, you have a small town.
That's true, actually.
They talk about the traffic light in the center of town as if there is one.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic light, not a traffic light.
These and other comments are part of Ian's new stand-up show. You might be in a small town if
if a 2-day Apple Butter Festival is like
threatens to shut down the downtown core.
Look, if 50 hours of dial-up AOL is still valuable to you, you may live in a small town.
Why are you talking like that?
I couldn't find any truly atrocious layout in the brief time I had to.
I mean,
to
did
look
you
at
not
this.
see 5 become like with 2 columns that were wider than the other 3?
That was pretty bad.
That's really
I
bad,
recall
Graham.
seeing some real bad stuff before.
That's
but
bad.
That's bad. Also, the 3 different headline fonts on the main.
No, but
on
there's
the front
more.
page
The
of the Morgan
prom
Messenger.
king and queen were in a further different font. And that-
You're right.
Someone must have put together an InDesign script to just randomize headline fonts.
Wait, 5? Because there's the thing on the right. The voting deadline
Yeah.
is October 18th. There's 5 different headline fonts.
Okay, so I can understand that the thinking behind this is that they also, I feel like columns should not be like, I think columns should be hard justified.
Columns should be able to vote.
Like, it seems like there's a lot of like wibbliness in that.
And furthermore,
column.
the Homecoming King's tie is too long.
Yeah.
Especially with columns that width.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
the Apple Butter Festival schedule, they did do the justification. So
Yeah.
they made up for not having it in the rest of the newspaper, I guess.
Yeah.
Man, what do you have to do to get into the Apple Butter Festival Hall of Fame?
So I can tell you why
Anyway.
they've done the different fonts there. It's because they're concerned that even though they have the dividing line between all of the stories, that people will somehow think that it's the same story.
It's the 3rd paragraph before they describe what apple butter is. The thick, sweet, spicy spread. That's some alliteration. Made from cooking down the apple.
The season's harvest. It's the star of the show. But apples are all around in just about every shape and form.
Butter as well, but you won't notice it because it's in a thin film.
Now I kind of want to get some apple butter.
Apple butter is delicious.
It
Remember
is.
we had some that Beth made?
Yeah.
It was really good.
Really good. Well, that's been our excursion into the small towns of America, and maybe we'll do that again.
I kind of want to go to West Virginia and see the Apple Butter Festival now.
Well, next October 7th and 8th.
Meet some people who are real fussed about it, about the inner city traffic
Be
light.
glad you can cross the street safely to see their courthouse.
Yes.
Just when you're crossing the street, don't get run over by the turtle race.
Yeah.
I got to be careful.
I could,
It's been running since 1974, you know.
At this point, though, I'm a little bit parched, and I could go for real tall sup. So
The Figment says I can't say much about this because my town's harvest festival is just called the Apple Fest. Anyway, next up is going to be Askler, I think. But first is this Feed Dump Extra Push.
Fans of angular nougaty chocolate are up in arms as Toblerone has changed the spacing on the teeth, peaks, on a bar of Toblerone. So there are now fewer triangle bits with more space between them.
Wait, isn't each peak embossed with one letter of the Toblerone name? Now it's all like poorly kerned. It's monospaced like courier. Gross.
Also, the bar just says Toblerone now. The NE is at the end. It's like a Windsor McKay lettering nightmare.
How wide are we talking about with these peaks? Like, can I finally fuck a Toblerone? Oh shit, I can!
Also, where did you come from?
I heard you talking about Toblerone, so I came right over.
What happened to Cam?
Don't worry about it.
Also, I'm here now.
Yay!
We're all here to answer your questions.
You got some questions, we're going to answer them.
That's what I heard.
Or we'll make evasive jokes.
Fire away.
Alrighty. The first question comes to us from Toothpaste Laser. Says, it's been nearly a month since Desert Bus 10. How have you been recovering?
Well, I don't think...
Both how are you doing and what actually have you been doing?
I was about to say, I don't think Heather and I have the death cold anymore.
No, we're clear now. You never got it, right?
I never got the death cold, but I haven't been sleeping the same.
Since?
Oh, that's right. You've had like weird
I've been having
dreams.
Desert Bus dreams.
Still?
Since, yeah.
Wow.
Periodically. Like, I'll be having a normal dream, and then it'll shift into Desert Bus. It'll be like, I'm doing a thing. Let's go check with engineering.
You told me you had that dream where you woke up, realized it was a dream, then had to get back to sleep to tell the dream team that
nothing
it was okay.
Because it was a dream.
Yeah.
That's
really responsible.
That's
Yeah. No,
That's a weird dream, though.
During Desert Bus, I was getting like 8 hours of sleep a night, sticking to our normal schedule, and then afterwards, just gone.
That's when it all
was over.
I was fine until 3 days after.
And that's when you got the cold?
I thought I had escaped, and I did not.
No, it's got an incubation period, Heather.
I know, but I was hoping I was fine.
Oh, it was such an awful
DVX
cold.
has never ended.
It lives on in our hearts and in Corey's subconscious.
It lives on in our hearts and in our lungs.
Keeping it alive.
No, I think I've copped up the last of it now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much over that cold.
You've expelled the Desert Bus from your body.
Oh, man. Okay, this is gross, but kind of funny. Penelope also got the death cold, but not nearly as badly as I did. And she coughed up her first loogie. And I was kind of like, it was kind of like a proud parental moment.
Did you gather it up and put in like a baby book and be like, first loogie?
No, I threw it away.
Like a little vial, and then you could wear it as an amulet later.
People are like, is that amber? Yes.
Sure.
Let's move on. That's our lives.
Let's not look back anymore.
Looking forward only.
Don't
Go
look back
backwards.
in anger.
All right. Next question. Appropriate, seeing as how we just had our first snowfall of the season. This last.
Hopefully, the last snowfall of the season.
What is your go-to drink for cold weather? From Cobalt Rogue 14.
Hot chocolate.
I think like a tea, actually, like because you can't drink a lot of hot chocolate because it's quite rich, and sometimes you just want to like hold a mug and warm up and drink a lot of something.
Yeah. Hot chocolate's like, I'm gonna have a special fun reading corner time now. Tea is like, I'm cold.
I drink a lot of different things throughout the year and throughout the day because I get bored drinking water. So it's like, stay hydrated. So during any given day, I'll drink coffee and then like an herbal tea or a green tea and then alcohol things, such as a beer or a rye or something.
If you had to pick a tea or a drink right now, though, it is cold outside.
Well, I'm drinking a Coke currently. Like there's still some in my mouth and I want more.
I've been drinking, like, this is going to sound like the dullest stuff in the world, but I've been drinking some chamomile tea lately.
Nice.
But you can have a big cup of chamomile tea right before you go to bed, and, like, it's not too flavorful.
Yeah,
so it's
I've
not
got
too
peppermint
exciting.
on the go.
Ooh, peppermint's also good.
I like Lady Grey.
Yeah, but that's got caffeine in it, and sometimes
Yeah,
you're like,
black
I just need to drink 20 ounces of hot liquid.
Oh, no, I can drink the caffeine tea at night and it doesn't bother me, but for Beach it does, and he's just like, I'm gonna make this other tea, and I'm like, sure, and then it's like some strawberry thing.
Ew. No, fruit teas are bad.
Agreed.
Like, because they're like, oh, strawberries. Oh, let's taste like dirt.
The ones with like maybe like a chunk of like passion fruit in it, and I'm like
some
They don't
citrus
ever
stuff
taste
is not
like-
bad.
They don't
Some
ever
citrus
taste like
can
the
be
stuff that
okay.
you want them to taste like.
But-
They taste like a bad imitation of them.
Yeah.
David's teas has some pretty good teas, but just give me
but
some
also
like.
teas with fruit chunks in them.
Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan.
Honestly, like the higher end teas are better.
They
but
also
like,
have teas with chocolate in them, and
those
that's
are
also,
awful.
That's awesome.
Are wretched.
It just melts.
They
some
only
chocolate in
really
the
work
tea.
that first soak because they're gone.
They're so gross.
Yeah, you don't reuse the chocolate tea.
I'm not talking about myself.
Beige?
Of course,
Does
Beige.
Beige eat the tea?
Yes.
Does he realize
Sure.
that you're supposed to put the tea in water and steep it, or does he just eat
I'm sorry,
tea
do
leaves?
Is he like also reusing like his bath water too? He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna like this is gonna have like three uses.
making
Beach
tea with
eats
the
the whole
bathwater?
thing.
Yeah.
Beach eats the whole thing. It's
Exactly.
not a segment, it's a lifestyle.
But it's like it's got chocolate in it, so therefore it's a
Any
food.
of those fancy teas are a single steep tea.
Yeah, but especially the ones with
Yeah.
chocolate in them.
Now, some of the higher end, like the oolongs and stuff like that, those you can do multiple steeps on.
Yeah, well, like if you actually put money down for some really high-end tea, you can do maybe even 6 steeps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But,
like
but I don't have that
peppermint,
kind of cash.
my garbage peppermint tea. I can just like sure.
Yeah,
whatever.
like-
just
yeah.
keep it in, keep the bag in. Also, like
For
sometimes
about-
I'll cut up some ginger and just pour boiling water on it. And
Oh, yeah.
that's good
Yeah,
for a couple.
some honey.
Ginger, lemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have strong opinions about herbal teas.
All right.
But don't buy the celestial seasoning stuff that you get from the grocery store because those are awful.
That's what my peppermint is.
But like not the peppermint. The peppermint because it just tastes like mint. But like
Yeah.
like the strawberry dreams. That's bad. Don't buy
No, but
those.
you can get English breakfast or something.
Okay, well,
Or sleepy time tea.
Sleepy time is fine. That's just chamomile tea. I'm
Sleepy
talking
time.
about like the weird esoteric fruit things that don't taste good.
Again, but that's back to fruit teas.
Yeah, we
Don't
all
drink
agreed fruit teas were bad.
Yeah.
Never drink fruit.
I like fruit teas.
Never.
Too
Paul,
bad,
you're-
Paul.
This question was for us, Paul.
Okay, next question then. What's a Christmas tradition from your childhood, and what's one that you have now? From Jedi John 110.
Open one present on Christmas Eve. Wake up in the morning, open stockings. Do not bother the parents, and they will be cooking all day. And then open Christmas presents after dinner.
After dinner?
After dinner.
Holy!
Ours was after breakfast.
You get one present early, and then after you eat, you can open everything.
After dinner's so long though.
You've got an entire stocking.
I know, but then the presents are just taunting you all day.
They've been there for a month, so
I've already probably unwrapped them, figured out what they are, and rewrapped them very
Oh yeah,
carefully.
I used to do that. That
was very good
that was
at
my
it.
Halloween tradition, or Halloween. That was my
No,
Christmas
no, you
tradition.
did it on Halloween.
This is my Christmas tradition. Is actually I would peek at my sister's gifts because I needed to know, but I still wanted the element of surprise. So I just look at all of her gifts and then rewrap them.
You get really good at rewrapping and like figuring out how to pull the tape off
Oh,
just
yeah, you
right.
definitely know how
yeah,
to pull the tape
perfect.
off.
Yeah.
I'm so good at it. But yeah, I've tried to sell my dad on the can we open one present early on Christmas Eve, and he was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't have gone for that
No.
either.
yeah.
But
did,
yeah, now it's like we do we have breakfast and then do the presenting after that.
Yeah, with my step family, it was presents are before food, but also every year you would get stupid pajamas and you'd have to wear them.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I've heard of people having that one.
yeah,
We did breakfast, then presents.
Mm-hmm.
Parents you were not allowed to disturb them until 7, but they never gave me this reminder until 3.
PM?
When I already no AM. I woke them up at 3, and then they
See,
told me not
thing
till
about,
7.
The thing about opening the presents late at night is there's no reason to wake up early, whatsoever. Like, sure, Santa came, you can't touch it.
Yeah.
You just get up whenever you want, eat your orange that's in your stocking.
We always had pancakes. Pancakes were fun. You know what we have now? Waffles.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Cake
I
waffles?
I was actually having a talk with Molly about this. This is the breakfast hierarchy. It's like waffles.
Waffles, yeah.
French toast. Pancakes. Now, crepes are like a different subset, and they should not be included in the like breakfast hierarchy because
They're a mix. Much like waffles, they can be an anytime food, really, depending on what you mix them
But
with.
like the thing is though, like you can go a good waffle's hard to find. And anybody who like tries to make waffles with pancake batter, get out.
What the hell?
Why would you do that?
People do that, and they're bad waffles.
Sorry, I just saw Admiral Memo says waffles are pancakes with abs.
No, they're not. They're
Which I've
very
never heard.
specific.
No,
They're a distinct.
That's a positive thing, though. It's
I would like to point out.
It's like pancakes, but like. Ugh.
No.
What was it? Beach was saying.
I'm a huge fan of.
Beach was saying
waffles.
stroop waffles are cookies, but like waffles.
No, look,
No, they're just
waffles don't
cookies.
have abs. They have pockets for your syrup
Or butter soup.
or butter soup or whatever you want.
When I was a kid,
And they're
there was like
perfect.
a detailed process of you put the peanut butter in each individual thing, you pour the syrup on, and then you just like slab some butter on there, and it all just like melts and dissolves. That's the process.
Yes,
The more
pockets
butter,
are
the better.
The best
Yeah.
thing ever, even in food.
Pocket foods.
Pocket foods.
Ooh, you know,
For these purposes, Eggos are not waffles, right?
absolutely not.
No.
Okay. That's a whole different. I don't know.
Those are whatever food.
Yeah,
those are just you reach in.
They're like a
Maybe
Pop-Tart.
you heat it up.
Maybe.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, exactly like a Pop-Tart.
I mean, Pop Tarts are actually, I think, better cold.
Frozen? Or
No,
Pop-Tarts
just like
are,
just out of the cupboard.
you never tried them
Pop-Tarts
cold?
are like a pie crust.
Yeah.
So it's like you only kind of really want the edge.
I don't like pie crust. I only want the middle.
Yeah, I like would like when I'm one of those kids who would like always like eat the thing that I wanted the most last so I could savor it.
Huh. But you had access to Pop-Tarts.
Occasionally. So what I would do is I would carefully eat the outside of the Pop-Tart and then eat the center with the filling.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would scrape the icing off.
Oh, because the icing's
and then
gross.
eat around the edge and never touch the center.
Why weren't we friends? I would
Yeah, we
gladly
could have
eat the
shared.
center of your Pop-Tarts.
And we wouldn't have had to eat the crust.
I know. This is like still to this day I'm like because you know you got a really thick slice of like good sourdough bread. You put it in
Yeah.
the toaster. And then you
Yeah.
put lots of butter on it. And you put some
Yeah.
like good jam on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't eat the crust?
No,
What?
You
eat the crust and then you get
No, you
that center.
you orbit the orbit the toast. You
'cause
eat all of the crust.
That center.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I am an adult.
You can eat food however you want.
Now I can eat an entire pie. No one can stop me. I have money.
Yeah. It turns out your stomach stops you after about 5/8
small
of the pie.
pie.
And it's
After
just
about
like
5 pies, sorry.
5/8 of the pie. Your stomach, like you get halfway through and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then you get a little bit more, and your stomach's like, oh no, you are not.
So get your pumpkin pie, right? What's your whipped cream usage there?
Lots.
Just like
Like an even but thin layer across the entire surface
A
of the pie.
1-to-1 ratio.
pie to
No, it's like
pie filling to
Yes.
I'd say it's like 1 pie filling to 0.5 whipped cream. But I want a little bit of whipped cream on every bite. But if it's like the whipped cream that comes out of the can, less. If it's homemade whipped cream, more.
No.
Is that one of our map
this
pies?
Is yeah, but it's the one with the fruit in it. It's like cranberry and something, isn't it?
Is it one you're
It's
allergic
cranberry
to?
and raisins, and it's just like I love Matt. Good Prince, thank you for all of your gifts of pie. But Beach knows that I hate everything that's in this one.
Well, I mean, he is dressed as Steve right now, and that's a problem.
So that was actually like a deliberately.
Oh, this is golden.
foul
This is golden
creation.
raisins and cranberries with like a walnut crumble crust.
That was a pie
Yeah.
just to mock you.
I know you have a lot of
I'm
allergies.
allergic to the walnut that's on it, but it's like,
Yeah.
This looks amazing. I'm gonna heat up a slice and eat it later.
it smells good. I'll eat the crust if you don't want it.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, next question.
Next question.
This is just us talking about things that we like to put inside of
can ask each other
ourselves.
questions.
Tea, pie.
What is your favorite mythological creature from Research 6?
I don't really.
How are we
It could be
defining?
something that you eat.
How are we defining mythological here?
Something that does
not
something
real?
that's not found in nature.
Not
Does
real
it
and like
have to be a myth?
I guess not real and not like from a TV or a video game or something.
But like a fairy tale?
Oh, so Trico is out, even
Yeah.
though that's
So cute. He's so cute.
I mean, Griffin would be good. Which
I used to read a ton of fantasy, so I really
fairy
liked
tales
like
would be
dragons
part
and
of
unicorns
mythological.
and phoenix birds and fairies.
I never really had a
I liked
favorite
the evil
mythological
fairies.
creature.
Evil fairies were awesome.
I know I've had some
They're
very
scary.
stupid.
You see
Aren't
when
fairies
it-
like a race of like things though? Because they're like, like they're like elves. You wouldn't call an elf a mythological creature.
Let's say AI.
Because they're real?
It depends.
Yeah. No, like a hippogriff is a mythological creature. An elf is just like another race of humanoids.
I think maybe right now I'll go for like a Selkie, go for a mermaid horse.
Oh wait, well, can I just pick my favorite persona? Because I did not enjoy any of that stuff as a child. But can I pick my favorite monsters from Persona, maybe? Or from like
they're
mostly based off of myths.
Yeah, they are, which is why I'm like, okay, because
Yeah.
you said Selkie, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what that one is. It's usually in the
You've
never
seen
mind.
the movie, right? The Silky movie on Netflix.
No.
I'm going to show you that later.
Okay, we're
It's
going to watch a
real
movie about Selkies. Stay tuned. No, pick your persona.
Fine. Well, because I'm trying to go for something that's less of like a humanoid persona, like or not persona, but like also they can be personas. But like in the Mega 10 universe, they share like a bestiary essentially.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to.
It's really fascinating actually when you go and start reading
like
a lot of
all
the monster
of the
things.
Yeah. They're all like really like accurate and well thought out. And I'm trying to think of something that's more like. Because my favorite ones are actually like the Celtic mythological creatures and stuff like that. But I'm trying to think of more of the actual like monstery ones. There's these giant birds that hold lanterns that are really cool, and I don't remember what they're called.
Oh man, there's that Hawaiian vampire lady. She's like a head with organs.
Yeah.
She flies around.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all really heads with organs.
Okay, I'll look up
extra
the actual
things.
name of the thing later, but she's like a vampire goddess thing, and she's just like a head with organs, and she has to like go in a bath. It's great.
Yeah, like I know I spent a long time researching unicorns when I was about
Researching unicorns.
15. Well, because of the whole narwhal horns.
Because of narwhals. Research unicorns
You know what I
because
was
of
researching
narwhals.
when I was 15? How could I get coolers to get drunk?
Look, I was busy writing fan fiction, and I
was
needed this
playing a
research. It
lot
was very
of muds.
important.
I was just Mudtown.
Chat says Penelagon.
That sounds right.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
For the vampire thing?
Pretty sure
And
there's a
possibly
G in there and a
Tengu
P.
for the.
No.
Wait, not Tengu.
No.
They are birds, but
They're like from like
Tengu are
Indian
okay.
mythology. I was trying to think of them. They usually appear as like white birds with like lantern hats. Is the ones I'm thinking of. But I don't know if they're in every single game. I know they're in Nocturne 3. Anyhow.
Yeah, narwhals.
Narwhals. Narwhals are
Narwhals.
my favorite mythological creature.
Yes,
They're
narwhals
real
are my
cool.
favorite mythological creature.
Excellent.
Have you
All
ever
right,
seen
we're-
them fight?
We're done. Narwhal, swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion wherever they go. Narwhal, swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion wherever they go. All right, I lost commitment.
Do we have any more questions?
Or should we just keep saying?
there is one more question.
Hooray!
Is it
I mean, you
relevant
can
or should we keep?
You can keep going the narwhal song if you want.
Like, how much time do we have?
Here we go. This could be relevant. What has been your favorite segment or type of segment to do for Loading Ready Live from
This
Railroad
one's
Man
pretty
X?
good. I like this.
Is it the
Yeah.
narwhal singing segment? Is that your favorite segment?
I don't know. I kind of like hang out. I was joking when we were like, hey, let's have. It's like I haven't actually been in an Askler on Loading Ready Live yet, and then Corey's like, oh, can I be in one too? And I was like, let's have Heather in it too.
Yeah.
All three girls, and I was like, instead of Askler, it could be Ask a Coven.
Which is a complicated thing to explain.
Yeah, I know, which is why I
In a
got
tweet.
vetoed.
Yeah.
But we're still all thinking it.
Yeah, I'd like to think of this as like a coven instead
We
of like
still
witch stuff.
we need
just do cool stuff.
a pin to rival Trin's pin.
I know.
Because
She's got a pretty heavy Sailor Moon-esque pin. I don't know if I
It's
can rival
really
that.
cool. It's like
And I want
the
one.
Coven of.
Have to wait for them to refill.
It's bitches that don't. Bitches that get things done. No.
Bitches get shit done.
Yeah. Protect each other. Yeah. No, ours is get things done. Theirs is protect each other.
Bitches got my
Those
back.
can both work together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not rivals. We're just.
Different branches. Anyhow, wait. So what is our favorite segment?
I believe with the coven there's like it's like the maiden, the mother, and the crone.
Oh,
Is the
dibs on
three.
crone. Dibs on crone.
You're the only one who's actually a mother.
I want to be the crone. All right, fine.
I'll
Someone else could
be
the crone.
I'll be the mom. You can be the crone.
Yay!
You can be the maiden.
Get out of my
Are you
yard,
okay with
kids.
that? Or would you rather be the mother?
But it's like, I don't know, in what Greek mythology, Artemis kind of went through all of those stages
What about we could be Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, which is the same things but with cooler names.
That I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better names.
Thanks, Persona, for teaching me that.
Anyway.
Bring it back around to
so
video
segments.
games.
Is your favorite segment Askler? Or, I mean, what's your...
I don't know. Every time I can dress in a banana costume is pretty good, even though I defaulted on that today.
I think it was good to set up expectations, but then subvert them, right? I think that is the
Just knock them down.
But that's
just
the essence of humor is surprise, right? You never find things that you are expecting to be funny. But to see you so adjacent but not inside a banana costume is quite funny.
I really like the segments where like a lot of things have to happen. So like the one earlier today for Sweeting.
Was surprisingly
really
fun.
Watching you
I wanna do
and
that
Ian
again.
make tiny backdrops, and I'm like, yep, favorite thing ever. So anything that requires stuff like that, I really like, even though I'm mostly filming them and not generally in them. They're fun.
What's my favorite segment? I like the... I don't know. I like the segments where like people get surprised by things, like any kind of surprise. Like obviously my own like showcase showdown is good because people are being surprised by the things, but that's not the only time people get surprises. Anytime people are like, "What is happening on stream?" is like ace moments for me.
Eating things is good.
Yeah.
Oh, I really want to do another Beige Eats the whole thing.
Yeah, I've got some ideas because I'm remembering the things he doesn't really particularly
I
like
think
for
that
food.
considering
Oh,
Beige
you got the inside track.
Well,
Oh.
Beige has a health requirement too. He doesn't want to
Trust me,
So
things he doesn't like are quite healthy.
What about 1,200 calories worth of kale salad?
I think
That
we
would be
should
like
give
a
him
garbage
like
can.
1,200 calories of celery sticks.
Oh, that would be so. Be like 8. Like
I know,
a bushel
but
of
he
celery.
really likes celery, so
How
let's
many
change
weird
that.
mushrooms can we feed him?
What?
Weird mushrooms.
I like that we're all agreed on how much we like the segment where we
Someone
make
else
somebody
eats it.
else eat
Yes.
stuff. That's a great idea.
Steve is here
The
protecting
question,
us from the corner.
the question did not state that we had to be in the segment, just said which ones did we like.
Yeah, what do we like? And I like watching people suffer. We love you, Steve.
But that's why this segment is so good, because we can just like watch them.
Yeah, right from the corner.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Well, actually, as a nice segue, combining two of those things being comedy, being about things that surprise you, and liking to show people things that they don't expect. Coming up next, we have something both surprising and involving comedy.
And suffering.
And possibly suffering. But first,
I have no idea what this is.
we have a feed dump extra push.
Oh, that's suffering. Canadian and British vegetarians were horrified to discover that their new polymer banknotes contained traces of animal tallow in some of the additives used to make them.
I can eat money?
Better yet, you could just render it down to make scented candles.
Render schmender, some of our money already smells like maple. Have you smelled a $100 bill?
Second year.
Whoa, you just have $100. That's 50s? Look at this money. What is going on? Money bags, Ian.
Make it rain.
See, that's interesting because all my cash smells like feet.
Why does your cash smell like feet?
I don't know.
Hello and welcome back. After a minor technical difficulty, we are here. And what we are doing for this next segment is that this is a brand new segment on Loading Ready Live. I have assembled a crack team of the internet's finest memologists, and they are going to explain some dank memes from years or possible alternate realities past. So we have Beige, New Year's Steve, and Alex here. And,
Sure. I'm Beach now.
You grew up.
Yeah,
Ian,
a lot,
New
very
Year's
quickly.
Steve, and
I took
Alex.
a long time to buy a bed.
I was looking at
Don't kill me.
I was looking at Beige and saying, "Don't say Beige, say New Year's Steve. Don't say Beige."
Beige. Okay. All right. So,
I think you just mic is.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I can't
probably.
imagine why that would be.
Yeah.
It's rubbing against his New Year's hood.
I will make it all work.
All right, so basically what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys a picture of a meme and you guys are going to explain it.
Okay.
And, the context of where it came from, what
Oh, yeah,
kind of people were
we've
using
been in
it.
Yeah.
Let me help you with
You
that.
know, basically you're
pinch the hood.
as experts, you are the living know your meme panel, essentially. So you each have 2 memes to explain. Ian will start. Can we please see meme 1? This class.
Yes. This is the classic from the early 2000s. Actually, I think this came out around 2003. This was part of the 420 Glaze It campaign. Now this is a fairly. This is a pretty classic example of the glazings that would happen.
I would say this is the original 420 glaze,
Yeah,
right?
people would find things that they had, like chicken buttholes or donuts, or you could even do it with your your Motorola Razr phone, and people just
Those are
lay
so
them down
cool.
and just dip them in this glaze sauce.
Yeah.
So this was like planking, but for frosting.
Exactly, and it started off as being just something that was kind of cool you could do with your food, so you'd eat it afterwards and have fun. But then it just became more and more about showing how much conspicuous
icing.
Yeah, conspicuous
just
consumption you could create.
I saw a forum post where people were talking half seriously about going on tour to the Large Hadron Collider and just surreptitiously out their pockets, going
Sprinkling
the
it.
whole way around.
Sprinkling icing sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they only could get so far because they hadn't actually completed the collider at that point yet.
Well, it was theorized. They're like, this meme's gonna last decades.
Now, the real thing
We
that
all
happened, the king was actually done by the king of Jordan when he actually took.
I think he was trying to outreach to the youth.
Yeah, he took an entire BMW and just dipped the whole thing in glaze. Came out and then inserted the keys into the ring, clicked it, the whole thing cracked right off.
Wow.
And he did donuts across the desert.
Donuts in his donut bar.
That's when you
Beautiful.
just win, and it's just like, okay, you cannot touch. He is now peerless.
Which is actually ironic because he's the king of Jordan and you actually cannot touch him.
Yeah, but the problem is this conspicuous glazing is after the whole 99% thing, people were like, hey, let's bring memes back to the people. This is an unattainable level of memeness now.
Which is when they started dipping small women in icing sugar again and
Yeah.
having them plank. And it
That
was
was
like,
pretty-
this is
that
a little
was
more
pretty
like,
crossover
this is the Occupy glazing.
That's what led to breading, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody could get access to
Everyone
bread.
could bread at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
There is lines and lines of people.
Okay, so that's meme 1.
Your mic is still.
Awful.
Here, let me fix that for you.
Yeah, you fix that for me.
The issue being that the
the
breading.
Is that gonna work?
Yes.
Maybe.
Who knows? I have the next segment.
Right.
Or I have the
All
next
right.
I have the next meme at some point, so we'll
this
find
is,
out.
This is just like a treasure trove of
history.
early internet.
This is like my old image board.
I don't
folder.
remember what these were as either, so this is a surprise for everybody. All right, New Year's Steve. Here is your meme. Really had to go into the Wayback Machine for this one.
This is a precursor to more exploitable style memes that you would see on the Chan boards. These actually, weirdly, this is one that ran in Japan. It was a 2chan thing where you would take pictures of children from North America, and then you would put words next to them. And this one just happened to coincide and really catch fire on the internet. There was like a whole sequence of these. I remember them being, and when somebody made the Ugly Kids one, and that really caught fire because it was like, we understand both of those words. Then it started to be permutations on those as like, fat kids, upset kids, sad kids, happy kids,
They never quite had the same reach, though.
No, exactly, right.
Disco
it was like,
cheese.
Well, there's always a lot of imitators.
That was good, right? Like you started to see more of that kind of
the evolution of, well, let's use more random words and stuff. And it's like, no, really, like, there's always a contingent of people who are like, oh, well, what if we called it, like, it was like ugly pets, ugly motor car.
Cheese kids.
Cheese kids was actually really popular for a little while because everyone's like, oh, we're actually starting to find the thing again. And really what it came down to is ugly kids just kind of captured the imagination. We started to see like these run in Russia as well, but nobody speaks Cyrillic.
Well, it's amazing that they always kept the yellow background and the black speak. I think actually I saw a few things that actually ran in the Real Canadian Superstore.
Yeah.
Where they, like,
Oh, no name brand ugly kids.
You can actually buy like an ugly kids like poster.
Well, I think what actually
Didn't they have a postcard as well?
They had a postcard.
And it was just like under the generic greetings.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like 3 kids at that point. It was just like an outline of a child.
They had the whole school stationery set. Like the kids that year were just really wanted ugly kids. The whole like the binder, the duotangs.
Yeah.
But the thing, what actually I think killed off this meme was, of course, like this is back in the day before a lot of people had access to like image editing software on their computers. So you actually had to buy a billboard to make one of these memes, which was it made it sort of out of reach.
It was dozens and dozens of billboards, and you had to go through like all these campaigns of everyone dumping in money, and people like, I have an idea for, and they put up a picture, and then like 50 people be like, I'll kick in 20 bucks.
It was all like organized on a BBS.
Once advertisers realized that this was a thing, they started jacking their prices up, and it just like
and again
the diminishing returns.
This just came back to again the meme award, the King of Jordan.
Yeah,
just buying it out.
Yeah, King of Jordan
country.
started running all sorts of different ads all over the place, but he didn't get it.
Yeah, he actually put his kids up there, and they said nice kids.
Yeah, and then everyone was like,
Yeah,
of
we've
course
seen your
they're
wife. Of course they're attractive.
yeah, of course they're nice kids. We're not going to say anything different about your kids.
Yeah. You could technically put us to death.
I don't know if you got a shave or something, Beej, but your mic is.
Oh, it's just all over the place. Okay.
Just to hold it.
I will hold it in front
All
of.
right.
I will hold it down here where it belongs.
Sounds good.
Right, hold it. Try not to hold it actually like against the part that was causing a problem before.
Okay.
Just hover it.
All right, so Alex, this is I literally do not remember what I dug up from like the deep archives of
I'm
Know
sure
Your Meme. So.
we'll remember it. I've probably saved a lot of copies of this one to my hard drive.
All right.
Oh wow, I haven't seen this since like 2002 on like 0chan. No, wait, no, this was circulated on a military BBS system that had just like stayed in use. And they'd like updated it with modern hardware, but it was still like the same kind of back end, but just like with a million layers of extra code on it.
Oh, no kidding.
And this was like the context of this is that you'd send this image to someone, and it would just be like a knock knock kind of thing, and then you'd respond with whatever your message was. It was kind of like a call and response thing.
The interesting thing about this is, as sharp-eyed viewers might notice, a DeviantArt watermark on that. That's because the original image is very hard to track down, and this is the highest res one I could find.
Yeah, it's like, I mean...
The last time I saw that image was when I was actually trying to download the serial number for Adobe Photoshop 4.
Yeah,
it just turned out to be that picture.
I saw, like, a photo of what I think was the original. It was somebody holding the original, but it was like 100 pixels across, so it's unverifiable.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, this...
Do we have any idea on who the image is actually supposed to be of, or is it just an amalgam of different people?
It's actually an amalgam of different people. Like the face is Gabe Newell, and the body is Gabe Newell.
And the wings are New Year's Steve.
Yeah.
Well, it's I mean, chat was suggesting that it may be a prototype New Year's Steve.
Now, can I ask you, what do you... I know it's supposed to be a Rorschach test, but what do you all see that he's holding in his hand?
Love.
A gigantic boner.
Mm-hmm.
A toothbrush.
Like I see like a pliant sausage.
A single enoki mushroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
The best part of a baguette.
What, the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
not,
fair. You don't want the
bust
hard
all the
nubs.
crust off, and you just eat the interior. Put some jam on that, really good jam.
Actually, Beej, brie and jam.
Brie and jam.
Only 90s kids will know that is actually an unterminated SCSI cable.
Neat.
I don't think even 90s kids would know that, Ian.
Incredible.
But that takes us all back, right?
Yeah, it really does. It's just like the old ones, you're like, right, yes, and you just like the memories come flooding
If
back.
we could get that on if we could get that on the overlay.
Yeah, like I
again.
remember printing this out on like terrible copier paper and putting it up in my locker at school.
And it was like a sign.
People would steal it And I would have to pay like a dime every time I wanted to make a new one, and it would always never last the week.
Did you know that the tattoo on his arm was the original inspiration for Plants vs. Zombies?
No way.
I mean, that's what I've heard. That could be an apocryphal tale.
Ridiculous.
So maybe this guy actually ended up working for PopCap.
Who knows?
And of course, great influence on Matt Groening for The Simpsons.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody was doing this sort of like jaundice thing around that time.
It was very, very trendy. The 90s.
It's just hard
consumption,
to get jaundice
heroin
to-
chic,
Just like
jaundice cheek.
I was born with jaundice. Yeah.
You know the slogan, "Fuck your liver."
Yeah.
God, that was a terrible thing.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
not a- it
They
was
brought
not
in the
good.
school guidance counselors who are like, kids
They're like,
don't actually
do
fuck
not
your liver.
actually fuck your liver with anything.
No.
Liver like,
Please stop drinking isopropyl alcohol.
yeah. Don't try to cut a hole in one another.
and that's really why we see this image here depicting Steve Jobs.
The lack of any good human sexuality.
From the time he fucked his liver,
Yeah.
and then had
Oh.
to get a new one.
Yeah. It's really, it's like, as you say, it's a Rorschach. It's you read into it what you wish to see.
Yeah.
And this is yellow Steve Jobs ascending to heaven holding
It's
the
quite-
eye stick.
It is like a toilet. What you get out of it depends largely on what you put into it.
Be the meme you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Next, let's
Number
give
4.
Ian his second meme.
Beach.
Y'all. No, yes.
I miss this guy. I really miss this
This
guy.
is a little bit more recent. I thought we had better come into the 2000s.
It was a really good time when we could put Gary Bettman's face on any sort of an image. And I think just showing me the original photo of Gary Bettman like this, comptroller of the NHL, is just a
This meme might have been more popular in Canada than elsewhere.
I don't remember how the noise went. Was it or
It was definitely the second one.
This is again a case
Every
of
time
the-
you post it,
of those meme crossovers. This is not only the image of Gary Bettman, but this is also the first time we ever got to hear that noise that only teenagers can hear.
Yeah.
Like you'd play this movie file because, by the way, this is a movie file, not just an image. You'd play this movie file, and like all your friends would be like, I can't hear it,
And you'd laugh and laugh.
and your parents and the other olds in the room would be like, I don't get it. What's going on? Why is this funny?
And it was like they thought, it's like when we do the mannequin challenge today, and all the old people walk by, they're like, "What the hell's going on?" It's like, no, this is a thing. This is all the teens are reacting to a terrible sound that only we can hear.
You just open up your mouth and go.
I can't do it anymore.
no? I don't think it works.
No, I can't. I went to a lot of loud concerts in my 20s, and after I just can't hear any of that, like those super high.
Well, I'm
pitched
sure
noises
the young
anymore.
people in the audience could have heard that. So,
So yeah,
I hope so. I mean, I can never really deliver it.
the same way.
Man,
All right.
I'm surprised at the resolution on here.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to track down a
4K version like that?
Well, I mean, it
No,
was
it's
shot
just
on
HD.
film, right? Like it was shot. It was originally shot on film.
Like, wasn't it pulled
Yeah.
out of a National Geographic?
I think so.
Well, that's right.
The original YouTube
Yeah.
video is down due to copyright claims, right?
But
That's
it
why
was-
we got to still.
But you're right. It's because that team discovered Gary Bettman back, in southern Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And brought him back to run a.
And then like everybody was trying to find this exact issue and then cut it out, and they got super expensive on eBay.
Fun fact: the actual photographer or the director of photography for that film won a Nobel Peace Prize for it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Then he went on to work on James Cameron's Avatar movie.
Thanks to
So,
his.
so some ups and some downs in the career, but all right. Moving on. New Year's, Steve. Here is your meme, your second meme.
Oh, nice. Without the impact font, also that's really good. That's really good.
I mean, who does not remember Mr. Cool Ice?
Iceman.
It was. I
the
mean,
Iceman cometh.
Yeah, it's so funny because like it's funny to me because David Kuliche, like he makes this thing of himself, and most of those tattoos weren't actually there. It used to just be Mr. Kuliche, like
It's pronounced Coulier.
David
Coulier.
Coulier. Yeah,
Coulier.
yeah.
This is what he did with all his
He
Full
had
House
to,
money?
he had to change his name.
He got
'Cause
plastic surgery in the face.
He got way too famous and
Right.
had to slim down a little bit, and then changed his name, Dave Coulier, on screen. Really, David Kuliche, which was harder to say, so they couldn't actually use it on the Full House titles. But he did like Carrot Top did. He got out of doing some stuff, and then he got really ripped, and he got that initial tattoo Mr. Kuliche because he's always had that tattoo. We've never seen him with his shirt off. The rest of that was like ink that was done by the other Full House girls.
So
it wasn't like actual tattoos. It's literally they would draw stuff on him because they thought it said Mr. Cool Ice, and we always like calling him that when it hit the internet, right?
Because what context was this posted under? Because I'm trying to remember. Like I saw like 2 or 3 threads where every image was this guy.
This is like one of those things that where everyone was getting really bent out of shape. That Alanis Morissette was like telling tales about what she used to do with him in a theater,
especially when he went to all the trouble to tattoo her face on his chest. Like
that. It's like I want you to know that I know what Alanis looks like
You
so
oughta
well.
know, in fact,
At that
perhaps.
point, you ought to know what
she was
Alanis
having
looks
some
like.
real body image problems at the time.
And he's like, I'm gonna get this done in steps, and he had her skull done first. And then he was like, I gotta get back to this later. We never actually, because it's funny, like he got that done, and she was so like enamored of this idea that her head was going to be tattooed on his entire torso.
But she was
that
offended by the fact, like she never said anything about using teeth.
No,
and
no.
they're right there. They're just like right there for the world to see.
Yeah, but it's like she was like so happy about this. She's like, I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to keep it forever. And then everyone was like, there's no way that you went down Dave Coulier in a theater. He is too cool for you.
Whatever happened to progressive layer tattoos?
Right? Like we don't do that anymore. We don't do it step by
they just
step.
do the full image instead of just like building it up in like scar tissue layers.
Which is too bad because I really think that when you give it some 3D relief, it really appeals to people who are like, I don't want to just see, but I want to touch it and well.
You can poke it and feel like the ink's underneath.
This is really a cautionary tale when you're doing a progressive layer tattoo. What you got to do is you got to engage the knockout groups so you're not getting too much overprint.
Right. Otherwise, and you can if you take copies of layers and stuff too, then you're actually getting too much.
They
level.
actually they didn't use a tattoo gun. They would just like put you into an offset.
Mhm.
Like it was like a proprietary design
It's like
that would be
hundreds of needles on that plate.
Yeah, and it would just
come
like
down
run back
once.
and forth in passes and like
a big silver roll.
You would have to be sedated. Like
It's
they would knock you out.
It's like a player piano for ink.
Yeah, it's actually that Kafka book, The Colony, with the torture machine. That's where they got the idea for this technology, and then they're just like, but what if we just put ink in it and put in people who wanted stuff drawn on them?
So which I have to say, thank God for the invention of movable type.
Yeah.
For being able to put Dave Couliche.
Yeah, David Couliche's
without having to custom carve each of those letters.
skull
like that.
portrait of Alanis Morissette. And to be fair, we only have this picture because she was upset that nobody believed her, and she says, I have this private photo that has my face on his, and she released it, and everyone had a good laugh and actually forgot who David Couliche was.
Yeah.
They just started calling him Mr. Cool Ice.
Fame is a fickle thing.
I know.
Yeah. All right, I think that brings us down to our last meme. Now, this is, of course, where I wanted to bring us into the 2010s, or the early 2010s.
Oh, yeah.
So this is actually a YouTube video. You can't hear the sound, but the sound's not super important. But I think when you see the video, you will remember the sound.
I'm sure
You'll remember it. You'll be like, oh, this.
Yeah.
So this is our last meme for Alex. This goes for like a minute and a half.
I never thought I would see Fuckfinger again.
This is where they got the idea for custard and fish fingers.
I
for
think
Doctor
so.
Who.
Like this is some serious. Like this is StyleNet for sure. Like you can always tell by the by the resolution, but like this was classic.
After they finished the style project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because before it was just like a gore site. They actually had like a youth outreach kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this guy, he wanted to try and connect with kids, and
I mean,
he had
and he made a connection, and the connection was
accidental.
Yeah.
It's just like he was just like, "Hey, Billy, I'm Captain Fuckfinger," and he thought that was how you made kids laugh. And actually, it turned out that it worked.
Yeah. Sure, it always worked.
It's
on
like
me.
one of the 1 in 10,000 chance of a forced meme actually like germinating.
Yeah.
It's funny because, I mean, kids think that vaporwave's a new thing, and
It's really not.
evidence right here.
Yeah, it is a shame that we can't hear this because it's like really, really good, and
Yeah.
it goes, it goes a long way to to bringing this one
Neil
into vivid detail.
Cicerega never really reached the same heights
with animations.
Nobody
that
did.
he
Nobody
did with
did.
this.
Yeah.
This is, I think, his best work.
I would agree.
It's like, man, all I see this and I just see every single imitator that came afterwards.
Oh, I know.
It's like watching the Mona Lisa in motion. Really,
It really is.
Yeah.
Like this one's really beautiful. Like it's the hue shift. It's.
Do you think you could do a replication of what the noise would be?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Like we need 3 of us.
Yeah.
So unlike
It's
3,
it's layered. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
3,
so-
2, 1.
I like that we still sing that in the office from time to time. You know?
Yeah, like just every once in a
start
while.
going-
So one of us will start, and it sounds like a squeaky door hinge, and they'll just be like, "All right, this thing." You know?
Right, yeah.
We
But
actually saved that one for ourselves.
we should really. I mean, keep hoping that one year somebody on Desert Bus is going to say, "Could you do Captain Fuckfingers?" It's like, but we can't read it out on air.
Captain Bus Fingers.
Yeah,
So
That's why nobody asked for it.
It's true. Yeah.
Well, because it gets vetted right down to the bottom.
Yeah.
A different time, a different place, a different technology.
So which one of those 6 do you think is probably like the dankest of all of them?
Oh yeah, this is dank ranked.
Yeah. Because I think I would put the last one right up there.
Yeah,
Like I
I mean,
really think.
We have to eliminate the ones done by the King of George because that just takes it mainstream.
Yeah.
I mean, I really love Ugly Kids.
Oh yeah. Ugly Kids is a pretty choice.
Yeah, I feel like Ugly Kids meets my personal threshold for dankness the highest because like it does harken back to that '90s era that's like so cool.
Like it's
and,
just
like,
it's perfect.
Right now, where
is
like
what
people
it
are like
is.
dank memes, right?
Yeah. That was really effortless of the time. It's like, you know what, we're gonna pick 2 random words, we're gonna put some children on a yellow background, and we're gonna buy a billboard for a month and a half.
Like it's so
see what sticks.
It's so
Exactly.
clean.
But if I can come from a different angle, I honestly think that the public consciousness of Mr. Cool Ice is what kept Dave Coulier in the public knowledge,
Which is why
long enough that we were able to get
Fuller House.
Yes.
I mean,
Which is pretty
it's probably
dank.
like a more precious cultural relic.
I guess that's
yeah.
true. Yeah. Because that's what we really needed was a sequel to that show.
Well, I mean, this has been your expert panel of memologists, Ian, New Year's Steve, and Alex, taking us through a very deep dive of the forgotten corners of internet history. And is that the last segment? So that's the last segment. Thanks, Paul, for your enthusiastic nod from just off camera to let me know I'm supposed to be wrapping this up.
All right.
So maybe we should get everybody else in here so we can begin the subscriber and welcoming. Oh, Graham's taking out Wondercore.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's good.
sit.
That's
Could you?
Yeah.
Also move that camera just to its right a bit.
Oh, don't put your weight on it. Actually,
Yeah,
it's probably
it's-
okay.
Yeah, it is
Come on
a
up.
chair, I
Let's get you
guess.
in some more. There we go.
Yeah.
Just gonna move this out of the way.
Wondercore. I really wish we'd had time to do the Wondercore song.
Not bad.
All right, this was Loading Ready Live. It was written and performed by us, Loading Ready Run.
Come sit on Steve's lap.
Thank you all so much
Goodbye.
for joining us for Loading Ready Live.
Yeah.
Sit on Beach's lap.
No, please don't. It's scary
That's Steve.
there.
Yes.
And in particular,
Goodbye.
thank you to all our wonderful subscribers who we are going to read now. Possibly just go around the room, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll start us off.
Is this all of us?
Speak loudly so that
Wow.
you can be heard on the people who have microphones. But people who have microphones don't speak loudly.
I can't promise that.
All right, I'm in the worst position to be reading.
Carnivorous is a new subscriber. Thank you, Carnivorous, for joining up.
Hey, Lamau.
Milo 49 has subscribed for 3 months. You're almost well on your way to a sub baby, maybe.
First trimester.
Bog, boo, 1 for 7 months. Foot hype.
Acromonk for 3 months. Good to have be back live.
You added like 3 extra words there.
Now, to be fair, it's very hard to read this screen from certain parts of this room.
Featuring me, subscribed for 9 months.
Hey, you skipped like 3 of them.
Okay.
The Oven Bud! 5 months. A majillion praises for the best damn comedy troupe.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to.
Yeah.
Cannons are an instrument. 15 months, foot.
Thank you, Cannons.
Hard instrument.
Plains Runner, a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Plains Runner. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is not as comfortable as I thought.
No.
Space Carl has 12 months of subscription under their belt. Thank you, Space Carl, for 12 months.
Under their space belt. Betsy the Ripper for 34 months. 34 months, that's almost 3 years?
Yes.
That's correct, yes.
Thinks too much for 25 months. Foot is my favorite holiday pastime.
Thank you.
Aw.
Thanks too much.
Ash Burnham for 3 months.
Why?
Less than 3.
Why
No,
can't-
exactly 3.
3 months? That's less than 3 months.
Darth Vader for 3 months. Hey, look, I'm making guys say things an hour and a half later. Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Ric Flair.
Sean 59612 months. Butts.
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 Butts. Thanks, Sean.
Butts?
Butts.
Haha, butts.
Hey, Wells 44 with 8 month resubs says Mary Lurmus.
Mary Lurmus.
Yay!
Mary Lacrossemus.
Mary.
Otter Helix is a new subscriber. Thank
I want to
you.
see a drawing of that.
Yeah.
A double otter helix.
Adorable.
The cutest cuddle party. Princess Ishtar the Red. Subscribe for 7 months. Thank you for the lurl. It is just the pickup I needed today.
Yay.
FN for 5 months. Finals done. My DBX shirt just arrived. And a foot. Is Christmas early?
Yes.
I love how you pronounce it.
Clipita. New subscriber.
Nice.
I think maybe it's an ultra rare.
Ooh.
Sulfuric Acid X, new subscriber. I forgot where we were.
Welcome, Acid.
Please don't touch anything.
Terrible plan for 5 months. In honor of Thanksgiving, I subscribe to your channel.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks.
Hey.
Nicaro with a 3 month resub. Nicaro, thank you.
Or Nicaro?
3 months. Nicaro.
Nicaro.
Nick Arrow.
No one
We're
knows.
sorry.
Powerborn is a new subscriber.
Yeah.
Welcome to the challenge.
I'm glad we have good kerning.
Definitely thought that said Powerbone.
Twinklebees for 9 months. Lurl returns. My sub is up and it's my birthday. What a day.
Anonymous list for 12 months. It's almost 2 to the something. I don't know how that.
2 to the 0.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, yeah,
That's
I guess.
why, yeah.
Ransom time.
Uh-oh.
New subscriber.
Hope to hear from you in the future, I guess.
Clegg78, a new subscriber. Yay!
Hey, Lamau.
I'm slipping.
So many Cleggs.
Asta. Pasta?
Kuasta.
Kuasta.
It's a
There
new
you go.
sub.
Got there.
Yay.
Hopefully.
Brawlin Boru with a 16 month resub says Sugoi. Sugokunai? Sugoi-jan.
Just to go tonight.
Yeah.
Deny. Oh, that was not
Deny.
an exclamation mark.
Mr. Cynicism.
Oh.
So new subscriber.
Oh, you.
Lord Shadner for 34 months.
Wow.
There's only 2 O's.
Oni Squirrel is a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing.
Welcome, Oni Squirrel. I need to adjust myself.
Yeah,
soon.
Falcon Talus. 23 months, something about Twitch years.
Correct.
W. Nivik for 35 months. 35 months, that's almost as many 5-7.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Geo Quanta, new subscriber.
Hey, welcome, Geo.
One quanta of Geos.
Doc Samurai with a 5 month resub says, Foot has returned and so have I.
I also chose an uncomfortable position to sit.
Ramiro Gomez Gonzalez is a new Patreon subscriber.
Oh.
With his rich Patreon subscription.
Croco King for 23 months. That's almost 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Felon Entante is a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing.
You added a T there.
Sorry.
It's fine.
BITS 19 for 5 months.
Yeah, that score was great.
Oh, Geeky Crafty
19.
Kill, 3 months.
Yay.
Thank you.
You're in the other room.
Algar, new subscriber.
Welcome, Felgar.
New subscriber. Tino Didrikson with a 14 month resub. Tino Didrikson says, Trivia, in the year 14, Roman Emperor Augustus died and was declared a god.
Wow.
Draculax. Draculax. 2 months.
Dog Trader 89 subscribed for 2 months, and that's almost
It's
3 months.
It's more than being a new subscriber.
TheWalk629. New subscriber. Nice.
Nice.
Too nice.
Too nice.
Thanks, Wicket.
Adele Dawn for 27 months because why not?
Woo!
I agree.
Why not? Yeah. Squirrel Earl for 13 months says forever foot.
Feels like it.
Forever foot.
I wanna be forever fun.
Sorry.
Space Potato 01, 17 months. Keep being awesome.
You too.
Thank you.
Seth Locke with a 34-month resub.
Yay!
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you so much.
That's cruise control
I
for
keep
cool.
turning this way so I get to the mics, okay?
Cat in the Hat.
Hey, we met him.
For 40 months. Toot toot.
I hear it's spring where you live.
Toot toot.
King Torm for 4 months. Now back to your regularly scheduled foot. Thank you, King Torm.
Raw. Student of Ethereum is a new subscriber. Thank
oh.
you for subscribing.
That's really funny. Master of Ethereum, student of Ethereum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord Z IROC.
Come on, Corey. It's Xerox, obviously.
6 months.
IROC Z.
Tell that to the Ewok. Tell
Ep12
that to the
13.
Ewok.
I made one of these. You're awesome.
Yay! We made one too just now.
01 Thorin 01. New subscriber.
Welcome, Thorin. Maybe just the Thorin part.
The first one. Red Blaze 57. A new subscriber. Welcome, Red Blaze 57.
Hey.
What was that? The Red Blaze.
Kalad. Wait. Yes, Kalad is 35 months of subscription. Woo! Didn't miss all of Loading Ready Run Rive.
Were 320 is a new subscriber. Thank you, Were. Glad to have you here.
A new subscriber.
Nice.
A new subscriber.
Awamadak for 11 months. Oh, wee, that's almost 1 year. Thumbs up.
Bitten by a wild 320.
Dino 810. New subscriber.
Yay!
Yay!
Dinosaurs.
810.
Great White _13, a new subscriber who killed the other 12.
Wow.
Dun-dun.
Dull cola ship. 3 months. The mic is hot, so something's gonna happen.
Dang.
Snippy 300. With a 2-month resub says, Thank you, Snippy.
Bacon Fork is a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Bacon Fork.
Waiter, which one of these is the bacon fork?
It's on the outside.
It's the one made of bacon, sir. Wonder Lowy, a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Wonder Lowy. Always happy to have new subscribers in the stream.
The one made of bacon.
Yeah, we'll do that as a crap show
Sorry,
later.
Bresco for 2 months. Hi.
Well,
Graves.
For Graves.
24601. Thank you for.
Herbert Erpaderp, a new subscriber. Herbert Erpaderp. Herbert Erpaderp.
Robot hitchhiker. 24 months. 24 months, it's almost 205 crap shots.
Oh, Christ, it is.
Keep it, lobster.
Keep it.
A new subscriber. You know what?
When you tip your lobster.
When life gets you down, keep it, lobster.
I remember that
Cards
meme.
Flapper has subscribed for 2 months. Thank you, Cards Flapper.
Is that like Congress?
Trying to be Daffy Duck.
Runner Ninja Fred for 16 months. Thanks for the resub. Memes too dank to run.
Zath for 3 months. Panic.
Don't panic. It's okay.
Not panic.
David CGC is a new subscriber. I did it.
Yay!
Nice.
So many
You
new
did
subs
your
today.
job.
This is amazing.
Falgar, 3 months. Woo! Woo!
Woo! Woo! Felgar, woo!
Wasn't fuzzy wuzzy. 3 months, everything is fine.
Agreed.
Yes.
Good for Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Thank you for your resub.
Constipations.
Wow.
We're now starting
Nice.
people who sub during this.
Getting back up.
Sub welcome.
So backups.
Constipations, a new subscriber. Welcome. Thank
Nash
you.
Lake. Nash Lake. Nash Lake.
I feel like I was too distracted by constipations to welcome them correctly, but thank you.
Acromatus.
Sure.
It's a new sub.
CKY Nemesis.
I want it
as
to
a
be
new
Skin Nemesis.
Sky Nemesis?
I think Alex has it correct.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Pseudonym Prime for 2 months, barely made it. Yes, maybe.
Nice.
We don't know.
Maybe, who knows?
We're almost at the end of the names.
Texan
Whoa.
Reverend for 8 months says sitting by a campfire watching Loading Ready Live is the best.
How do you do that?
I mean, it sounds better than
Internet.
regular camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moddington, 5 months. Oh boy, am I in time for lore love?
Only just. Judge Tanky,
Oh, well, you need to
a
take
new
the judge.
subscriber.
Judge,
Just
jury,
You need a
and
Tanky.
judge who can really handle the aggro. Judge Tanky.
Kasona has subscribed for 2 months. Yay! 2 months.
Yay, 2
Yay,
months.
2 months.
Yay, 2
so
months.
Hunkajunk is a new subscriber. Thank you, Hunkajunk.
I don't think you were a hunk and
You were a
junk.
Harvey Comics
I think
character.
it'd be
Yeah,
hunky.
it could have been.
Yeah.
Hey.
Holy moly!
Okay, who wants to read these?
Thank you so
do it
much
all
to
together.
Foxmore320, Go MP Dog,
Earth of the Nun, Sulfuric Acid X, the Metal
Oh, come on!
Goodbye.
Oh well.
Back.
Hey, let's get Paul to read
Gone
them.
forever.
Thank you all.
Sorry, I count on those having need to be up on the screen for so long.
All
right.
those people,
Let's
you're
do a
the
quick-
best.
Quick rundown. Thank you all so much for all the bits. Let's just go through here. Where's the start?
Foxmore320.
All right. Prince and Mizar, Science Lord, Lady Lay, John Levere, Winnevik, Game Slayer 13, a cloned pickle,
VM Kid.
As insect,
He's an insect. Sorry. That was...
Ian this, Indie Starix, Winnevik for more bits, Peter 200 XL,
LX.
LX?
Yeah.
Sure. 7 Gorobi, Seisha 1, Gomp Dog 2, Dragofur, Sir Octopus _ Caleb QDC, Baku Freak, Magical Writer, Indie Star X, Itazu, Texan Reverend, Anonymous List, and Rock Pusher. And special thanks.
Telnower.
Sorry?
Telnower.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
So
special thanks to what?
Special thanks to Anonymous List, who cheered with 100,000
What?
bits.
Holy!
Says, hey LRR, I found this stuffed into the bottom of my wallet after DBX, and I figured you should have it.
Holy moly!
Merry Christmas.
That's a lot of bits.
Wow.
And also thank you to Rock Pusher with the 10,000 bits.
Wow.
Dang.
Thank you for all the bits. The bits. The bits.
Thank you.
Wow. This.
You want to get fries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like fries.
My abs kind of feel like they had a workout.
Yeah.
I can't. Hang on. There we go. The slight incline.
Yeah. We gotta get this thing out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
What an awful prop.
Adam's going to be so happy to have a new gym.
It's like a chaise.
And
It's a
now
worse chaise.
this thing.
Yes. And now this thing.
We did it. We figured out how to do all the stuff.
Good job, everybody.
Good show.
Yeah, all right. Great. Dinner. I got to go get a table.
All right.
What? Okay. Wait, watch out for the banana costume.
What?
倒れるだけで腹筋ワンダーコア
Suge!